doesn't count down the time. Go! Hello! Apologies for the late start. Welcome back to Ambyr, where we are going on a different path than the main storyline to see what some other people are getting up to. So, last we left off, Doc and Gylndan had separated ways with Mazzy and Oramis to embark on an adventure of their own, to try and find a mythical lost library that might answer some secrets that Gylndan has been trying to find out, and that might find a mythical book that will increase Doc's overall power. His D&D terms, his wisdom score actually. First, however, you went and picked up Drakara, and then you went to Duskpeak Mountain, wherein you told the Dragonborn that live up there that Markle was dead. You brought his body up there, and you proceeded with his funeral. Very somber, very nice funeral, done in a mixture of the ways between sort of how warriors of Mars sort of have funerals and Dragonborn funerals. So, a slight mix between the two. After which, you headed out. Doc was given Markle's shield, and you headed for this library, or temple, or whatever it is. On the way, we picked up two new characters, Thea and Celine. Thea being a tiefling sorcerer with a keenness for knowledge and adventure, and Celine being a moonstone dragonborn warrior who is slightly out of place in this world, knocked from the Feywild into this world, yearning to get back home. You passed over a few obstacles before finally making it to the temple, where these bronze-faced, sort of black-skinned figures were outside dead. You went inside, and we met two more individuals, rather strange individuals, Cathaniel and Broom. Cathaniel being a skull. Apparently, he was once a bard ages ago who worked in the library, but unfortunately, through a series of necromancy in his contract to work there, and some things slightly going wrong, while his heart still beats, he has...
What the fuck was that?
While his heart was still beating, he has to work at the temple, but also his heart can never stop beating. And he can never leave the temple.
Was that Cathaniel?
That is... Maybe. Who knows? So you went inside in front from Cathaniel, whose mind is a little bit absent and a little bit all over the place. That all of your stuff is coincidentally in the same wing of the library. Look at that. And you headed there. But on the way there, he told you about a visitor that had came about a week ago. This visitor had sort of red skin, horns, generally demonic. And after completing a trial, you were greeted by this large being known as Arcane, who basically thought you guys were like his followers. Come to witness and give yourself a sacrifice to his ritual. His ritual being that of summoning Erebos, the god of the underworld, of darkness, and of just general hell. You continued on, and in the next room,
Sweet.
In this large library, you actually saw Arcane, who greeted you and summoned a being of the underworld. And that is where we pick up today, as he seemed to summon this sort of large three-headed dog, sort of reddish fur that's sort of peeling off its skin. It's very aggressive. And he also summoned these warriors from the underworld, which with a pretty good history of religion check, one of the two. You learned that they were sort of people in the underworld, in the 8th layer of hell. When they go down there, they lose all identity, all everything. They just gain these bronze masks over their face and become servants of the underworld. And that is where we pick things up. First up, it is Gylndan Althor in this round of combat. What would you like to do? You've seen Thea has just taken a massive bit of damage from this huge beast, but there is also many... Celine has taken out a couple of these warriors, and Arcane himself stands at the end of the room watching over the madness. Oh, and Chikara is in this library as well, because it's just that fucking big.
I think Celine did jack shit. It was her shadow, wasn't it?
Well, it was her moving herself into her shadow's place. They can like swap places, it seems. I think. Yeah.
I'm going to leave the call because I think I'm very delayed. I'm speaking and you're responding to me about 30 seconds later, so...
Ah, I see. Yes, that's probably a good idea.
Bye. She really means leaving and coming back. Not just...
Yeah, not just straight up leaving.
Hello? Well, we'll see. Answer my question. Say yes.
Yes.
Alright, that's better, yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Right, I'm going to shout to Thea then. I'll say, how are you looking? Because that looked rough.
Was that a pun?
Who did? I mean, yeah, it wasn't great, but I'm alright for the minute.
So you don't need some assistance.
Not immediately.
Okay. I mean, that's on your head.
I mean, if you I don't want to take away
I was
from what you're saying.
completely ignoring what Thea's just said. I'm going to cast Disintegrate at this giant dog.
Gonna cast Disintegrate on the giant dog. Alright.
If it looks deadly.
So, what is the saving throw?
I do not know. I'll check for you.
I'm gonna guess Dex.
You're correct. Dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw. It got 18.
Oh, fuck off. Doesn't take any damage. So there's not even any point in rolling that. What a fantastic use of a 6th level spell slot.
It doesn't take any damage.
No, we've had this discussion before. That's the thing with Disintegrate. It's either really good or don't bother.
Damn. Alright, yeah. You sort of cast this disintegrations array over this creature, and even though it looks like a creature that is more muscle than sort of agility, it just sort of slumps itself over to the side. Definitely doesn't look very dexterous, but in this sense, it just got very, very lucky. Very, very lucky, in fact. Is that everything on your turn, Lyndon?
I'm going to very deliberately not look at Thea and just move a couple of feet to the right, about here, just a bit further away, you know. Don't look at me, please. Thank you.
There we are.
Who's next?
Next up is Thea herself. Thea, this huge dog is bearing down on you.
Okay,
Huge three-headed dog. With boils and scars and all over.
2 seconds. Is this at the start of... At the end, okay. Okay. 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 14, 15. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, I want to go there.
You're gonna go there.
Uh-huh.
Are you disengaging? Or are you just taking that as an action?
Oh no, I don't want to disengage. Just hit me.
You're just running away. Alright. That is a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that possibly might.
I would hope it did, otherwise I would question how good a sorcerer you are. Because that would be slightly insane. So that is...
Wouldn't hit Griffin.
Oh gosh. That's 12 piercing damage. And 5 fire damage. However, I believe you take half fire damage, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you run away, it manages to just sort of like get a quick bite just on the end of your leg. It makes you trip for a second, but you manage to run the rest of the way. And what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Banishment
Oh, fuck, alright.
on both the dog thing and this thing up here. Well,
And Arcane. Alright. Yeah, alright, go for it. So what's the save it needs to make?
Charisma.
Charisma. Alright. I know it's charisma. Oh god. Tell you what. That would be... Alright, so. Okay, and... Okay, what's the DC?
16, I think.
Or... So... Arcanoloth himself, you can see him sort of recoil from this. It takes him quite a lot of energy to push through it, but he does. However, very, very easily, and you almost find it way too easy. The Cerberus disappears. Rather unfortunately, as you just sort of cast banishment on it, and yeah, just sort of folds and envelops on itself in this swirl of strange magic. And it is gone. Anything else in it?
I need to do blink, but I can't remember how.
Roll a d20. If it's 11 or higher, you... Oh! Is blink concentration?
No.
No. Alright then, yeah. Roll a d20. If it's 11 or higher, you go to the ethereal plane. Unfortunately not. You stay on this plane for just a little while longer.
Why must I stay here?
Now, it is the turn of Arcanoloth himself and his minions. Arcanoloth, seeing that you have done this, will not be very happy. Not be very happy at all, in fact. And he will... Oh, he should have done that, shouldn't he? Yeah, the fucker. Oh, that's just really, really unfortunate. Oh, you can remember he has legendary actions as well. Oh well. Okay. Sorry, he has a lot of spells, and remembering what each and every one of them do exactly is awful. You see Arcanoloth himself. He gets pretty pissed, he gets pretty angry. And he forms in his hand this sort of burning ball of just sort of light flame energy. Begins sort of like twisting it and forming it in different ways. And then with one swift sort of push of his hand through this energy, it seems to just fire these rays of just heat scatter out. And he's going to...
Counterspell?
Counterspell?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just double checking, but if it's 120, I'm within, but I'm not sure it is.
Something like 60.
I think it's 60.
No counterspell!
What is it?
Cerberus is gone, but he is casting a spell. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, he's going to make a few ranged spell attacks. I think he's casting this at 4th level, so he's going to make 2 at Thea, 2 at Celine, would be problematic. So that's
It's Douglas.
the Arcane Library.
He said he, I thought you meant.
Is that a 9 or a 6? Okay, 6. Wait, what's your AC, Thea? 13, didn't you say last time?
13.
Yeah, that one will definitely hit. And do again. Okay. Alright, so Thea has unfortunately a 22 and a 26 to hit you. And Celine, that is a 16 and a 17 to hit you. Both hit, alright. So, Thea, you take 10 points of fire damage, half to 5, but can you make a con save against your spell save? And 3. Oh wait, no, that was for the first attack, and then the next attack, that is 8 points of fire damage. So there's 2 beams, so that's 2 con saves. And that's
He's hit you twice.
Yeah, but if it's already gone.
No, it's saved.
Oh,
roll 12 points of fire damage. No. 12.
Just 10 or half the damage, whichever's higher. That's really tough.
Banishment is still up. Congratulations. That is all he can do for the minute. His minions are going to go, and these 2 over here are going to. This one's going to go 5, ducking under the sort of big wing of 10. I think that's a square. These squares are rather hard to see on these maps. 10. Make an attack against your thing, but it misses. It doesn't have multi-attack. This thing is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. 4, 14, so that doesn't miss. Well, that will be their turns. Celine, it is your turn. What would you want to do?
Too much.
You are just there. What would you like to do?
That's the thing that's attacking.
That's the thing that's attacking you, as well as this thing right in front of you,
Oh,
and this thing right in front of your thing there. What would you have to do? I'm assuming whack it, because that's a fighter's thing. But how many are you doing from your space, and how many are you doing from your
I get
echo
3
space?
attacks.
You get 3 attacks, yes.
Well, how are these 2 guys? Do you give them injured? Or?
They both, I don't believe, have been... Actually, this has been hit, and this one has been hit as well, pretty bad. The one next to you, pretty bad. The one here, not so much.
Okay, I'm going to do first attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hits. 8 piercing does it, as you suddenly, just in this twirling motion, stab the trident straight through the gut of the first one. It is dead. The green one is dead. I think last session it took quite a lot of damage. There is however still the red one, as a free action thing to its space, like make an attack from its space.
But, I haven't used it then.
No.
Nice. You don't bonus action to switch places or something.
Yes. Bonus action switch places. Yeah. So, switching places.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then attack.
And then attack one. So roll to hit twice. Well, roll once, and then roll again. Well, you see you kill it, and then... 25 hits, roll the damage. 7 damage. It's not dead just yet. And 22 also hits, roll the damage. And 8. Or 12. Are you doing a one-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed.
Fair enough. Now we'll say you do two-handed, but with that, this one also falls to the blade. Again, sort of swapping places with your thing, using that momentum to spin you around for a quick slash, and then just taking its feet from underneath it. It doesn't seem to get back up. Arcane is going to use the legendary actions that I remember he has, because everyone knows how great I am at those. And he is going to... he really doesn't like that you've done that, so he's going to cast a cantrip at Celine. Yes, he's going to cast a cantrip at you, Celine, and that cantrip will be... What is the actual... Sorry, I'm really out of thing here with these spells.
Can't hear you all that well, Ben.
Uh,
Quite out of mind.
Oh, sorry. We happen to have the iPad a little far away. But, cantrip, that's 23 to hit. Thea?
Who are we talking
I'm assuming. Yeah, that will hit.
Oh, God.
23 to hit.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah.
And that is... that is 9 necrotic damage. And you cannot regain any healing until his next turn.
Can I sacrifice my thing?
Does it have a range, or just...
It's like a big hit.
Okay. Yeah.
This is why you stay in the corner. It's really safe.
Alright, so, instead what happens is, so Arcane sort of spins his hands, these sort of dark red clouds form, and he pushes almost a replica of his hand out towards you through this sort of spectral thing. And as it looks like it's about to come towards you, Thea, the sort of spectral, ghostly version of Celine, which looked like Celine but not quite, leaps itself in front of you, taking the attack, grips around the shadow and just misses, and then slinks back to his place. Mark that off. Okay, shit, you can only do that so many times per day.
It just sacrifices my right?
Alright.
There is actually one. I can't get rid of the token.
Alright then. That is... alright, well that is his legendary action. Moving onward then, it is... Chikara.
Do we need
Good
a
old
con save
Chikara.
for banishment?
Yes. No.
No, you don't, because you never got hit by it.
Never got hit by it. Ah, interesting.
You didn't.
Like a
Celine's
spectral thing.
ghostly sort of spectral shadow leaped forward and took the attack instead.
Oh, it was ability. Sorry, I thought you were describing his attack on her.
No, yeah, sorry.
That's right.
Chikara is...
Well, everyone's dead. So... I'm just sort of prepping a charge for nothing, really. So, with there only being one bad guy left, she's going to move towards him. Speed 40 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. You can get there with a dash.
Yeah, you guys watch as Chikara sort of like beams its eyes across the place. Gylndan sort of like just points towards the Arcane Loft with this thing, who's like grimacing and smiling. Chikara's somewhat of a bit of nerve, to move all that way, and in doing so, you just see her absolutely barrel through the skeleton of the dragon. And unfortunately, she like barrels through its wing knocks into the leg crumples, and then the entire thing just falls to the
good.
rather unfortunately. Cathaniel, on your hip, Doc, or wherever you're holding him, we're just going, do you know how expensive that was? The elephant just charges forward. Take it away.
Is he talking to the elephant? Is he really hoping to get a response there?
I've known many an elephant in my day. One of them was able to talk, although I think it was a polymorph druid. Whatever. Chikara, is there anything else?
That's everything. That was a dash.
Everything. Doc!
Well, the spread drive is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet forwards, and I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, stand next to Thea. The spell that hit Thea, it didn't hit her in the end, so she can't...
It didn't hit her in the end, so she can regain it.
And then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds. Oh, I should have done that.
15 plus 2, 17 hit points.
Thank you.
45. Yeah. And that is my turn.
Does the Cerberus get to make a save on its turn, or is it just banish?
Banish.
Not against banish. Alright. Then we skip the Cerberus's go. But after your turn, Doc, the Arcane will take a legendary action to go a certain way, and he will go up and over, so I'll say 5, 10 to go up, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, I'm going to retcon that a little bit. He's a lot smarter than that, he's not like me. He instead...
He's parkouring over an elephant.
Exactly. He's smarter than me. He's instead actually just going to sort of look over and go, fine. Raise his two hands, sort of almost levitating slightly off the ground as he does, pulling himself up. And more mist and more sort of shadow envelops the room, this red mist sort of crawling from the ground. And it seems he can summon more of these beings. And I'm going to say for the ease of tokens on a map, you can only do them a certain distance away from such time. 30, so we can summon one here, and you can summon another one here. How many can he summon is a good question. Up to 3. Okay. And he will then make those go there. And through this sort of red mist, you see sort of almost crawling out very sort of ghoulishly, their joints sort of moving in strange ways, their necks sort of spinning and cracking. Oh. 3 more of these dudes rise from the underworld. And we go back to Gylndan.
5, 10. Gonna go here. I'm gonna summon Big B's hand. Can I have a hand, please, Ben?
You can have your hand. I really need to save this hand. So let's search for it. What was the one we used before? That was a really good one. Maybe it was this one. I think it was that we used before.
Yeah. No, that's horrific. What is that? That one. I mean, it's not a whole lot better.
This is the one we used in the past.
My pasty, untanned hand.
I will get you a better hand. I've been meaning to for a while.
Okay, and then that's going to go...
You should now be able to control it.
It's going to go there.
Alright.
And it's going to attack Arcane Loth. But it's going to be an automatic crit because I've got a 20 saved in my divination rolls. So we're going to do 8d8 damage here.
Gonna do 8d8 damage. Alrighty. Him so focused on the large elephant and the toll it's taken to sort of pull this thing from the underworld. He's not quite ready for it, and you can just see this gleaming sort of light appear from behind him. And as he sort of looks back, this entire hand just sort of slams down on his face. 24 plus 8. There have been better damage rolls.
First one's alright. Let's not talk about the second one.
Yeah, the second one not quite so well. But that is still a valid 32 damage. Nicely done.
And I'll use a Althor's All-Seeing Eye, which I think gets Thea and Celine. Not sure about Doc. 5, 10, 15, 20. 30-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Doc's just outside. Also, I've no wish to be critical of you, Thea. I just have no idea what square you're in. Seem to be occupying 4.
Am I?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I couldn't see.
Just move yourself down a little smidge.
That's alright.
Yeah, you do have to sort of zoom in a little bit with these maps. They're a little bit awkward. My apologies.
So I'll try to remember where I was moving from. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll go there, and I think that gets Doc as well.
Okay, cool.
No, yeah, that is fine.
So that's you'll get +4 to a save at some point if you need it. Or is it just a save or anything, isn't it? You can do it on a hit or...
I think you can do it on pretty much anything, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah,
That's me.
that is Gylndan. And we move to... is this guy going to do anything? Yes, he is. He's still not very happy now. We can't quite see Thea through all this shit with a massive fuck-off elephant in front of him. So, he's actually going to fly 30 feet up and 10 feet forward. So, slightly just covering Jakara. Jakara does get an attack of opportunity, but with disadvantage, as the speed at which he's flying is pretty substantial.
Okay. Come on, Jakara.
Yeah,
Let's get this bread.
Gets bread.
She's gonna... So has he gone over her?
He's gone over her, yeah.
Okay, she's gonna try and, like, kick him with the back leg. Give him a good old stomp with the back leg.
Well, he's gone, like, over and above. Like, he's just gone straight up, pretty much.
Okay. Doesn't matter, it's missed.
14, yes, unfortunately, has missed. As she tries to sort of wave at him with his with her trunk, but he just sort of nimbly moves out of the way, and is now hovering. If you just sort of remember, he's hovering 30 feet up on the ground, above the ground. Thea, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna move into this corner and cast Mage Armor and then cry.
Perfect.
How loud are you crying?
Kind of quietly.
Like a silent sob. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't
I've been
look too...
through sort of like a I'm off on adventure, finding this strange library. Cerberus's underworld demons. Death.
I would say you've taken the brunt of the damage, so I think a cry is a perfectly reasonable reaction.
Thank you.
It is a somewhat reasonable reaction. It is now Arcanoloth and his minions' turn. So Arcanoloth will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You'll move around and you'll just see you, Thea, just sort of standing in the corner. None of you know what you are getting yourselves into. I have given you every chance, but now you test my hand. And you can see, sort of from where you can imagine he probably doesn't have a heart, but where it should be, this pulsing, sort of red, sort of necrotic energy builds up, flows through his arms, through his hands, all towards his finger. It points directly down towards you. And can I please ask you to make a... Oh god, what's the save? What is the save?
Counterspell! I'm within range.
Counterspell? What level?
I think he's casting Disintegrate or Finger of Death. So I think that's level 6, but I don't have level 6. I'm going to go level 5.
Gonna go level 5. Doesn't make a difference either way, well, when you cast, if it's not up to the thing. But yeah, roll a d20 and add 4.
What am I aiming for here?
You are aiming for... Well, I'll tell you if you pass or you fail.
So d20 plus 4, okay. Cool.
D20 plus 4.
Do you want a really good hit? And nat 20.
You get your own all-seeing eye? Did we just...
yeah, I think so.
I'll allow it. D20 plus 4, 15 for a failed. Then plus 4 again, all-seeing eye has passed. The spell Finger of Death.
What was I aiming for?
The spell Finger of Death has been cancelled. You are aiming for 17.
He
Which
was
I'm
not
not
like
gonna
you, Abby.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna lie would have. Yeah, that would have been. That would have been fun. You guys fighting zombie Thea.
Oh my god.
I'm very sorry. True to the role. But yes, as you sort of watch, he points this finger towards you. This energy builds up, and then Gylndan just sort of with a flick of his staff, and then slamming it down on the ground with this audible just sort of boom that echoes radiantly throughout the hall. Nothing happens, and then he points back towards Gylndan. You get what is coming to you. First, I need my creation back. I need to see the power I can conjure. And his eyes, beaming with red aggression now, turn back towards you, Thea.
Oh, he's still annoyed at her.
Are all going
Thank
to
you so much.
10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, they can just about get there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I don't like it.
They got one attacking Celine. And
At least you're not getting Finger of Bloody Death cast at you, Doc. Could be worse, couldn't it?
I do apologise. Strongest spell I've cast on anyone in this campaign, and it's against someone who's only 2 sessions. I'm very sorry.
That's very nice. Abby, welcome to Ambyr. Lovely place.
Welcome to Amber. I'm trying to kill you.
I expect that.
I apologise. Oh my jeez, I'm sorry, that's a nat 20, babe. I'm really sorry about that. Not really. From this green guy who is up here, who was summoned. He unfortunately did really just sad. And he can make a spear attack. Again, so that was a that was an natural 20. What am I on about? It was a natural 20, so that is a D2D8. Oh fuck! Drop it. That's 8 plus 3. No, actually 8 plus 1. Damage 9. Piercing damage. I know maths. And 6 fire damage.
Jojo, are you showing Abby how much damage should it take?
9 and 6.
9. That's 15 overall. And then a 11 misses you, Doc, obviously, because you have a plate now. But another crit, unfortunately, does not miss. That's 5. 11 piercing and 2 fire for you, Doc. As Celine, this first one sort of nimbly moves up to you, this sort of underworld sort of mist pouring off of its bones. You can see as it moves, it almost crumbles like stone off of it, almost crumbles like stone or coal off its skin. And it sort of almost faints in a very sort of regimented militaristic style. Faints one attack and slices you just in the sort of side. And Doc, this first one goes up to you and just glances off your armor. You almost think purposefully to let the other one in, to just give this absolutely hammering blow just between the sort of two. Excellent. And that is all they can do. So we move to Celine, yourself. What would you like to do? There is a green guy in front of you, 2 in front of Doc. Karloff is moving in. What would you like to do?
Server's going to come back.
He is gone as long as Thea can hold concentration.
Oh shit! Yeah, don't fail that save. We need him gone for as long as possible.
Oh!
When you go
Oh, yeah.
back,
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
okay.
But
when he comes back, he'll come back where he just is.
yes.
Say it.
I should be blinked. And I forgot.
Thea should have rolled blink and she forgot.
Okay, roll. No, at the end of your last time you did roll blink. You rolled like a 6 or something, yeah.
Not when she moved into the corner.
Not when I cried.
Not when she moved into the corner. Ah! That is a good point.
She got a chance to blink.
No, that's just an extra spell she can. What are you doing?
I've noticed something about Chantal's goes, which are really scary, is that you don't really hear much, but people just start dying.
You stand very quiet, just talking to Ben, and then all of a sudden, whack, whack, whack.
Just start.
It's a silent warrior.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Alright,
It's terrifying.
You could summon one as a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna go away.
Get your echo back. Where would you like to place it? Within 15 feet. So you could put it on the other side of this guy, you could put it on the other side of one of Doc.
So was the conclusion of that you are blinked? You have blinked?
The conclusion was
So,
Okay.
that didn't roll it, so I'm gonna say that she wasn't. Otherwise, we'd have to like retcon a whole bunch of stuff.
I mean,
But nothing really happened.
I mean,
Then
maybe
you're fine.
what happened was that Arcane tried to finger a death there and Gylndan counterspelled it.
Exactly.
If it
I'd
targeted
quite
someone
like to keep that as a moment in memory, if that's okay.
If you target,
It's pretty cool.
I mean, let's say you would have targeted someone else. Gylndan would sort of, I assume, counterspelled it.
Yeah, could have.
It really depends who it was.
Actually, that's a good roll. So roll blink.
I mean, I'll probably
Roll.
fail it anyway. I always do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I failed it anyway.
Okay.
If she rolls an 11 or higher on the end of the turn.
God, you rolled
Zero blink.
terrible on blink.
Oh,
didn't you?
No, she has, because I can't speak it.
Okay, so it's going there. And you get a couple of attacks with advantage against this guy.
Yes.
So actually you get 3. So roll to attack. A couple of times. You charge, as one could say. There you go. 14 misses. Oh, advantage.
Yeah.
25 does hit, yeah. Roll damage. 6 damage.
Can I not switch back from one?
I mean, you can, but I would then say for the rest of all of these attacks, you're going to go one-handed.
It's really easy to roll back.
It is, but like you should declare it before you roll the damage.
I was thinking of it.
Okay, so one-handed.
One hand.
One-handed again. Hits.
Assuming he's still alive.
He is still alive. 10. He's still alive.
It's a general rule of thumb that one-handed always does more damage.
Unless you declare two-handed.
And
if you
hits.
declare one-handed,
Yeah,
then it'll be two-handed.
that does two-handed.
Now he's dead. And you just see Thea just sort of form her thing from behind her, and just this flurry of blows, just one from behind, one from the front, and one from behind again, as this guy just pints it from all sides of this fight.
Ching, 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 ching.
Pretty much, yeah. With that 15 feet. Awesome. Doc, you now get advantage if you want to attack the one in front of you. Chikara. Chikara's turn. Because Celine has
The
moved
echo?
her echo.
It hasn't moved on my screen.
There it is.
Oh,
Well, that's awkward.
It has on mine.
well, your screen's just done.
It really is. Really unfortunate that's the perspective we're watching as well.
Yes.
5,
Chikara. Chikara has just seen
Is-
the
how-
fly over him.
I know, she's pierced. She wants to go after him. How high is he in the air?
He is 30 feet high in the air.
Okay, so he's probably above her.
He's way above her.
Okay, fine.
That is mage hand. With someone.
30.
That's all of the time.
I can get there. That is infuriating. You are 5 feet away from doing something useful. 5, 10. Okay, right. She's getting there,
Oh, that's
and
it's basically like a floating weapon.
it's just staring at Arcanoloth in the air. You're like a cat fixated by a laser on a wall.
Yeah, just sort of waving it, his.
If we gave
Idiot.
Chikara like a great axe to hold in her trunk, just
Oh my god!
and then
Why
do
haven't
that,
we done
like,
this yet?
elephant thing, like even where she like rears up on her hind legs.
I mean,
What?
you can buy her armor if you want, and I'm sure you can probably find someone that can do something pretty cool like that. That could
Animate the armor.
or anything like that, like add blades to her trunk.
Like chains between the tusks, like in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Or spikes
Yeah,
on them.
or like a horn on the front, so when she charges people, it does more damage.
That's why
A unicorn elephant. Yes. I
Yeah.
think we should give her Mazzy's boots so that she can step into the air.
Oh my god!
We need to find another pair though, because we've only got two.
Yeah,
I managed to, that staff that I can push people away with. I managed to get the magic out of it into something else. I reckon Ben might let me do that if I pass an Arcana check, which I probably won't, and I'll destroy them forever. And it's just a rubbish idea. Whose go is it?
1,000 gold.
It is Chikara's go, but is Chikara doing anything else?
There's nothing she can do. She's going to dash actually because she's just sick of not being involved, and she'll go there.
Fair enough. Doc.
Well,
You're up.
That's not.
Legendary action.
I think Ben did that deliberately.
I think
Doc, no.
I actually didn't. I keep forgetting people have legendary actions. Anyway, I'm so enveloped in what you guys are doing.
So many people in this fight with legendary actions are just.
I know. Actions they can make at the end of other people's turn to keep things balanced. And they're going to attack Thingy again with Chill Touch. That is a 16 to hit Thea.
Bloody hell.
You've got his
DC. I can't lost hitting Thea again.
Yes.
Oh God. At what point is it abuse?
That is only 6. That is only 6 necrotic damage. But unfortunately, until your next turn, or his next turn, sorry, you cannot receive any healing. Hit the target, take some damage. Cannot regain hit points until the start of his next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. If you hit an undead target, also disadvantage an attack roll against it. Whatever, you're not undead. Nice, you can't heal. I'm very sorry. And can you roll a con save for banishment?
Good lord.
That's holding up nicely.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
It's not gonna be fine.
You can see just like now, sort of, he's audibly frustrated you. The sort of fire brimming in his eyes so much that almost smoke is coming. Let go. Sort of shouting out towards you. Now, Doc, it is your turn.
If I were to fire something in a line, is there a way I can hit the one in front of me and Arcana off?
I would say you can voluntarily go prone and then throw it up, thereby giving yourself disadvantage on the attack and advantage on any attacks against you.
I mean, could I go prone and then use half my movement to stand up again, having done it?
Yes. I'll say yeah. You can use 5 feet of movement to go.
My hand? Can I just like hold my hand by my knee and just be like, beep?
You're quite small, so it's
Is it a? I'm assuming it's like guiding bolt. Unfortunately, rules as written say that
It's a saving
attacks.
throw, not an attack roll.
Oh, okay then. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. You can go
Okay.
down on the floor.
I am
Hey.
going to cast Sunbeam then.
What does it look like? What does it look like as you're casting Sunbeam?
Okay, so just my hand just starts glowing like brighter and brighter, and almost looks like it's on fire, and then all of a sudden it's just this like ray, just like bright sunlight, sort of like lighting up the room around, just like burst forth from it. 5
He's going to cast spell.
Pardon?
He's going to cast counterspell.
He's a dick.
He is a dick. A dick that might still fail, but a dick. Roll Sunbeam.
Yeah.
Hey.
So what is it? 60. So 68 radiant damage.
68 radiant damage. What save does he have to make?
And Constitution save.
Constitution save. Okay, that's not so bad.
16.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, he takes the full brunt as he doesn't quite he's so focused on Thea that he doesn't see this beam of just sunlight just scorch past his face, and you can see it leaves like this visible sort of radiant burning just over his face.
My hand
It's
is now
fine.
just glowing. And
It's
so
radiant.
There's 30 foot of bright light around me and then 30 foot of dim light, so the room is now just lit up. He's also blind.
He's also blind.
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
He's blind. And he's blind until my next turn.
Blind until your next turn.
We're all blind, aren't we, JJ?
As well.
The one in front of you. Oh, I never actually made that save. Would that hit Celine's Echo? You're going almost diagonally, but also 30 feet up. But it's there. Maybe.
Yeah, this is the thing. I was going to go to the other side and get the other one, but Shikara stepped in the way.
Sorry, my elephant's stupid.
I'm gonna say it probably doesn't, because if you're going down and then aiming up and over, and there's a technical copy of Celine, so it could sort of maybe dodge. I don't know. Might have to think about that one. But he rolls a 13 plus 2, so unfortunately fails, therefore taking the full brunt of radiant damage. This one in front of you hasn't taken it. He is blind, and he is not looking happy. As you can just see, basically, with this bolt, like, it scorches him, and basically half his face and mask just sort of melt away. And it's just sort of still looking at you, like, almost as if it hasn't really felt what's going on. But it's almost sort of like, because it doesn't quite know where you are, it's sort of just looking like slightly left of you, and it's just this really awkward situation now where it's trying to be really menacing and scary, but it's kind of funny as well, like it can't really see. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, bonus action. I'm going to move this 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to here. It's on the ground though. So I can't do anything just yet.
Okay. Cool. Cerberus is still gone. Gylndan!
Do you think I could hit him with my Big B's hand? Would you like to get the trigonometry kit out?
How far can Big B's hand move?
60 feet. So if it went in a straight line, it can do it. But obviously it's got to go up.
Across the ground, it could do it.
Yeah, but it's got to go up as well.
Slightly up. I'll say it's about 5 feet away. Wait, no, he's 30 feet. He's 30 feet up. I'd say it was about
ground to him, and then 30 feet up.
I'm going to say it can get 20 feet away, because I cannot be bothered with trigonometry and maths.
Because I really want to hit him, I'm going to calculate the trigonometry.
It goes 30 feet towards him, and then if you say the grid then extends 3D, it goes... Because also, like, when you move diagonally, that's obviously further than 5 feet. So if you think it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 towards him, and then 10 feet up, that's its movement. When thinking of it as a grid. That is my ruling on it, to keep this simple and not having to calculate things. Because also the grid doesn't really make sense. Out of interest, what is the range of that? What is the distance of that?
What's the distance of...
It's 58 feet.
Yeah, I've got the same.
In a straight line.
Never mind then. So it can't actually get there either way. But I'll say you're about 20 feet away. It's about 20 feet away.
No, it can get there. That's what we're saying. That's what you said, isn't it?
It's 58 feet in a straight line from where the hand is.
How far can his thing move? It can move 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can move 60 feet. Yeah.
Because you went through the effort of doing the maths, I will allow it.
Oh, hard work is rewarded.
One time.
Right, so it's gonna just... Are you letting me do this?
I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll allow it.
Right, it's just gonna form into a fist where it is at the moment, and it's gonna shoot towards him. And our advantage because he's blinded?
Yeah, advantage because he's blinded.
So the clench fist, melee spell attack. So d20 plus 8, But I get advantage.
Plus 8 to 18.
26.
6 hits, yes, of course.
48. Please do better than last one. That's alright.
That's alright, 22 damage.
That's pretty good for 48.
That is pretty good.
Yes. And then that's my bonus action. So.
That's a bonus action.
No.
It's fucking crazy.
I'm going to 5, 10, 15. Am I going to do that? Am I going to cast a spell? All these tricky questions.
Complicated questions of reality.
Because you did that impression, Ben, I'm going to hit him with the level 2 magic missile.
Alright, hit him with a level 2 magic missile. Roll magic missile.
Here comes the shield. That is 4.
Even if he had shield, he can't tell that you're casting magic missile. Unless, is there verbal components to magic missile?
Probably, yes.
Is there actually verbal components?
Yeah, there are.
Okay, then yeah, he cast shield.
Okay. That's cruel. Bit unnecessary, I'd say, actually.
Do you need to go to sea though for shield?
No, you just cast it in front of you. In the shield. Shield spells, an invisible barrier of force magically appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have +5 bonus to AC, including and against the triggering attack. Take no damage from magic missile.
So that's his reaction.
That is his reaction, yes.
Has he not already used his reaction to counterspell?
You are a clever man. He has. Never mind. Roll the rest of the damage for magic missile.
Fuck, this gets complicated, doesn't it?
It does get complicated in art.
Right, that is
It's so easy.
16, I believe.
Yeah.
16 damage.
16 damage. He's not happy.
And then I'll go 5, 10, 15.
Jibbity jaded.
Is this a chair here?
Where?
Just a...
Yeah.
It's a chair.
Yeah, it's a chair.
Can I go sit in the chair?
Yeah, you guys just sort of watch, like everyone's crowded around, these minions still sort of attacking. Doc, you take sort of like a brief look around you. Thea sort of peeks out from the thing. Celine, you're battling this thing and look around. And you just see sort of Glenn just pull up a chair, you can hear it just...
I'm far too old for this rubbish.
Broom just sort of... You also, Glyndon, sort of see the broom just sort of during this time has sort of like shuffled itself towards you and then just leans itself against the chair next to you.
We're having a gay old time.
Just chill.
Honestly, the mime of Broom's movement is one of the best things. I can just see it now.
Cool. Thea, it is your turn. You are cowering in a corner. This guy is getting absolutely fucking done. Absolutely done in.
Oh. No.
There are bad guys in front of me. There are bad guys in front of me.
Oh, Doc. Is your hand thing real? Like, is it...
No, this is all
Yes.
imaginary.
It is like a big ghost. Like a sort of, I think somebody said like a magician's hand. Like a sort of like big white glove sort of thing that's almost glowing.
What are you asking for?
It has hit points and AC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
hit points equal to mine. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Has
I'm...
an AC of 20 and hit points equal to mine, so...
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm going to cast Shatter in... literally on this guy.
On him.
Yeah.
On him. Yeah?
Mhm.
What's the save?
I think I have to roll.
Yeah, but it's a saving throw. Isn't it?
Oh. What's happening? Well, I'm confused. Which part? Oh,
Because it's a saving throw. So you need to know what type of save to make.
I'm so confused. What's happening?
Well, we You can tell them what type of saving throw to make.
Constitution.
I thought it was Constitution. I couldn't remember if it was Constitution or Intelligence. Oh fuck yeah, it's failed that. Why is it? You can't do what I want you to do. Yeah, he's failed. Roll the damage. Just kill him.
Oh my god, that's good.
Fucking hell, that's
They're all good. All those rolls.
20, 30 damage.
Was that Arcane Loft?
That was at Arcane Loft. You can just see
Oh, he's taking a pounding.
he is taking an absolute beating, and you can, and as you're sort of like there watching, he's in the air, he's blinded, he's got this huge sort of radiant mark up his face, he's got bruises and sort of almost hunched over where this huge hand has whacked him, and now all of a sudden, like as he's sort of spiraling around, his wings flapping wildly, he's sort of spinning like, and then you can just hear him just sort of scream, just like, crying out. Anything else on your turn?
Link. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Blink. Blink's working out really, really, really good. Really, really good.
You did actually cast it, didn't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waste. I continue to cry
Sorry.
in the corner.
It is now his turn. And seeing as he's taking
Oh,
an absolute beating, he sort of spends, I have no time for this. I have no time for these amenities. The ritual must be complete. Turns, spins himself, and then you can see as he's sort of spinning and spinning and spinning, his hands are forming this sort of strange incantation. His wings curl around him, and he vanishes.
Hey, that's one trick.
Good.
Unless there's anything anyone would like to do before that.
God, well.
What level?
I do not have a lot left. 4.
Level 4. Roll for counterspell.
Wow, bollocks. No.
He doesn't even need to counterspell. He just goes away. Gone. His minions, however, are still here. They're still bearing down on you. And they're all going to take... This one behind is just not even going to pay attention to the massive elephant, because it was looking up. And as he sort of disappeared, Chikara's just gone... He's hoping that's going to keep Chikara distracted for a while he moves 5, 10, 15. It's an attack of opportunity from by Chikara. He thinks, oh, it's only a dumb elephant, I'm sure it won't hit me. They're not very strong, they're from the underworld after all.
May I forget some attacks?
Oh!
Oh my lord. I don't think
You might
it'll
not need it.
I don't think it'll need it.
She's
Oh,
not even
no,
looking at him. She's so angry he's gone that she's just flailing her limbs around.
I kind of like the thought that it's sort of like she's so angry that it's gone. In frustration, she just sort of like flailed around, and it's accidentally just caught him in the back of the head with both tusk, and then she sort of realizes he's running away. It's like, oh no, trunk round the neck, up, slammed into the ground, and you can just hear this really audibly loud crunch as both the bronze mask cracks, and probably so do a lot of his bone. As he's left, on the floor, just so dead. That's just not even funny how dead he is right now. And this final minion...
Game of golf with his head.
Yes. And this final minion will attack you, Doc, with a 22.
Disadvantage is blinded.
Oh my god, yes. Never mind. The blinding actually kind of works there as a natural 1 on the disadvantage. you've sort of just seen that, like, yeah, this one behind you has just been crunched. And Doc, you just take a second to look away and you went, oh no, wait, there's a guy in front of me. I shouldn't be looking away. And as you look back, he's not even looking in your direction. He's looking at the wall, like swinging at the wall, like, ah, ah. Not even just attacking you. Like, oh, well, this is grand. Let's speed through the rest of this. So, Celine, there is but one minion left, swinging wildly. Not blind anymore, because it's... No, it is, because it's not your turn yet. Still blind. So what would you like to do?
Can attack my...
Going to attack from your echo. With advantage.
Oh, advantage. Oh, yes.
It does hit.
One hand.
One-handed. And with that, this guy is sort of, swinging around wildly, and Celine's echo just sort of, you just see them almost like briefly sort of switch. It gains a little bit more sentience. And it just sort of like... Oh, okay, the echo attacks. Just the echo just sort of walks up and just... Shink! Straight through the stomach, just very, very casually, as this guy just sort of swinging and screaming towards the wall, crumples over. And it does. I believe he was, yes. The area and the library goes silent. Nathaniel looks around. Oh, look at that. I didn't even need to save your asses. Huh. Good job, Broomy. Broom just sort of taps against the thing to the side. I think we did a good job here, folks.
What do you mean save our asses? Did you have something up your sleeve the whole time?
No.
Insight check.
I'm going to say make it with disadvantage because it's literally a skull, but that was a fairly obvious no. But yeah, disadvantage because all you are seeing right now is no emotion. It's literally just a skull tapping forward. There's like barely any expression other than the voice.
11.
11. He didn't seem particularly confident. Like you're fairly confident that he's that he's lying, but whether he did say he was a bard before.
I thought the answer there then is 11. It's a skull. What are you getting from it?
It is.
Yeah. How are we doing with that big dog thing?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say I
I think she can keep it forever. I don't know if you can keep that trapped forever.
I can keep it for...
Is it banishment?
Yeah.
If it's
Doc, if you remember, we did an old banishment special before where we all just surrounded where we thought it was and just unloaded on it.
Yeah.
Might need the same treatment here.
Might be gone permanently though, depending on where it's from.
Well, he did summon it from a very different place entirely.
So it could stay there.
But if this, we can also do the same thing if we think it's a specific one, and then you won't be able to bring it back again. I don't know. I mean, it won't be better just to make it gone and leave it gone.
If we prepare for it to come back and then...
And then Thea can cancel it and we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
Well, so you're just going to like wait until the end of the minute and see if it comes back.
Can I also make a perception check while we're doing this for dude's location? Like, if I still think he's in the room.
Yeah. Roll a perception check. 24. So you're looking around. You are definitely certain, like in just the momentary silence that is around, you're sure he's not here anymore. The kind of magic that he used, the way he almost like folded in on himself, really, really strangely, that wasn't any kind of invisibility or anything you've seen. That's something very, very different.
Okay, a little more like teleport than invisibility.
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
But with a 24, I'll also say, so you're sort of looking around, and you think just sort of over, you can see where a lot of this sort of red mist, if you remember I said when he summoned things, the sort of red mist appeared. And as I also said, these sort of minions leave a lot of sort of coaly, like sort of like coalish sort of bristle and sort of dust and smoke as they move. And you're looking around and you can see sort of this mixture of sort of red and sort of black powder on the ground, just over around sort of this direction, like up here.
Okay. Alright.
Should we sort this
Yeah.
Cerebrus and then give chase? Is that what it's called?
Cerberus.
Cerberus, Cerebrus. Is that
Cerebrus.
that's the thing from is that the thing from X-Men?
Yeah. So you last saw it here, if you remember.
Yeah.
It was very, very big. So anyone within the 9 squares of here might find themselves crushed by it.
Maybe spiritual weapon over here. And I'm going to say, let me go first, because I might be able to blind it.
So both Gylndan and Chikara and I'm just going to move you guys. So you guys are actually. Oh god, something's frozen. It's actually there. Yeah.
We're all holding hands.
Just waiting and waiting and waiting.
What? Wouldn't Thea just cancel it, or if she waits till the end? Is that how it?
I mean, are you cancelling it early, or are you letting it go out and
I can
see?
just stop concentrating on it if everyone's ready into it.
That doesn't make a difference as to whether it stays in its dimension or not.
The question is, are you waiting till the end of the minute, or are you
Dropping it early.
just straight up?
I mean, does it make a difference?
The only thing with waiting is my Bigby's hand will go, and I don't know about Doc's spiritual weapon.
Also, it does make a difference on a certain
Yeah, the
effect
spiritual
as
weapon
well.
will go, but that's your Bigby's hand won't go because it lasts a minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you'll get a bit of time with Bigby's hand.
Oh, I forget that she cast it.
So she cast it
A while
first,
ago.
so you'll
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
1 or 2 rounds on Bigby's hand. It's a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a minute.
So Thea, are you waiting the full minute? Are you just waiting for that to go up and seeing if it comes back, or are you cancelling it early?
If I cancel it, will it come back?
Cool.
But if I wait, it
Yeah.
might not come back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll wait then. 'Cause
You wait.
I'm so confused.
I think wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go there, and you're waiting.
Mhm.
And you're waiting.
Mhm.
And you're waiting.
Mhm.
Hold an attack then.
And boom! No, that thing's not coming back. Don't worry, everyone. We're fine. Nathaniel just cackles to himself on Doc's side. No, it doesn't come back.
I'd like to say that I'm now holding like my glowing hand inside Nathaniel's head, so it looks like he's just like a glowing head.
Oh, that's horrific.
Oh,
Like,
wait,
there's
so you're
this sunlight shining out of like his eyes and nose holes.
Oh god, that's kind of creepy. You know, this feels incredibly uncomfortable. Have you ever had anything inside your cranium?
Oh, sorry, I'll switch it to the other hand.
That tickles. This is fine. Let's go. I feel terrifying. And he sort of says, clearly in this moment, like, you can almost see a slight quiver just in the sort of area of his sort of eyes, just at the top. Like, you can imagine he would have tried to move his sort of eyebrows up, but because he's a skull, he can't quite do that. A magical skull, so there's almost a quiver, but he can't quite do anything. Broom just sort of saunters around the room. Moving around. Poor Alsgoloth. Ah, well. His bones look slightly better like this anyway. Or put up like that. It's like when people used to stuff those dogs and things. It's kind of creepy. Alsgoloth. Tragic times. Knew him once, you know. Great guy. Anyway. Where to now, folks? Oh, yes, your things. Unfortunately, it's just through this way. Keep it on going. He sort of moves himself slightly to just nudge himself.
I'll lead the way and just sort of like use him as like a divining thing, like when he's like trying to.
Come on, Broom! And then move forward. Say, dwarf.
Dokrumir.
That marker. What is that?
That?
Dokrumir, yes. What is that? Exactly.
It's a brand.
A brand. Oh! Oh, I really didn't think the dwarves would go through with that stuff. Ah. Well, there we go. I guess they are progressive after all. Back in my day, they just used to cut your head off, but there we go. What do I know? Quite a lot, actually.
Quite glad they've changed. I like my head.
Yes, me too. Unfortunately, I had a friend named Brune. Very good friend.
Related to Bruno.
No, not. You would think so, wouldn't you? But no, he was not a broom. He was a dwarf. Got his head cut off by another dwarf. Sad times. And I never did go back to that tavern. Anyway, moving on.
There's a whole history to unpick here.
And he continues to lead you down this corridor, wherein you sort of pick up this faint sort of trail of dust and things as you're moving about.
While we're walking, I will
Yes.
pop an aura of vitality.
Aura.
I immediately get some hit points. And then Thea, you get, where has it gone? Plus 3 more of these, so you get 12. Another 12, so 24. 15, so 14, 24 plus 15, 49. And then 13. You're back at max off that.
Oh, great.
How's everyone else looking?
Anyone missing any hit points?
I could do with one of those.
You got 12, Gylndan.
That's far too much for Yaskon.
Okay. Celine, how are you looking?
Not too bad.
Are you missing
There are
any hit
points.
points?
Yeah, but she's still like not too low.
Oh, I've got plenty to go, so.
Okay,
12,
thank you.
8.
So 12 plus 8. You get 20.
13. I got 2 left. If anyone's missing hit points.
I mean, you can
Shikara
take 100.
somehow managed to come out of that unscathed.
Mikara's all good. Selena, you
But then
missed
you get
that?
back.
I'm missing 7.
Is everyone here?
Is your echo still up, Celine?
Yeah, it stays
Does
until
it-
it's destroyed or I get rid of it.
Does it say anything, or is it just sort of there, like skulking?
Oh, I need-
It can't talk.
I need-
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's
Not
just
sure.
there.
it's just a
There.
bit
It
weird.
looks very much like Celine, except for certain sort of facial features are slightly different, and the outfit is a little bit different as well. But
Okay,
there is a definite similarity.
resemblance.
Which way are we going?
Exactly.
Left or right?
The way that
Nathaniel?
you was left, and Nathaniel tells you that, left!
Okay.
Just
So it looks
left.
like we're going in the same way as Arcane Library, where this sort of like misty like powder is sort of like settled on the ground.
Ooh, good eye! Lucky bastard. Oh, wait a minute, I can still see! Never mind.
I love him so much.
Just take him with us. Take him with us if we can somehow break the magic that's probably holding him.
Glyndon goes back. Mazzy and Oramis, where's Doc? Well, you see, he got attached to a head.
Attached to it.
Yeah.
And
Like a magnet.
And he's just.
And on that note,
And he's
before
trying to
we
break
head
it.
into the final hour of the session, does everyone fancy taking a quick 5-minute break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you get into the next room, but you can all move left through the doorway Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. How's everyone doing? So, you guys push through the door, head down a long corridor, and this corridor takes you sort of across this bridge that looms over a large section of the library. You look below you, and there is like this really old fountain that clearly doesn't work anymore. A large section of the wall and column is sort of toppled over. There once was a large iron statue, rusted, dusty, broken in some places, and also, unfortunately, toppled over. Way, way, way below you as you're sort of looking down. There's no real like barriers on either side. And this is like, you can tell this is one of the main chambers of this place. And so looking down is a very, very great distance. And as you're moving across, Nathaniel sort of looking at, so, wizard,
His name's
Gildolf, whatever you are called. Gylndan, thank you, Gylndan, Glinda Althor, that tattoo on your head. What? I've seen that before, I think. What is that?
It's the Eye of Telemon. It
I
helps to channel divination magic.
Oh, you're one of them divinate. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Lucky you weren't alive when I was. People, ironically, thought they were witches and killed them, but then people kept replying, oh, but aren't witches like already a thing? King didn't care. Huh. So divination's cool now. What else is cool nowadays? Like...
Can I lean into him and just whisper to him? I just say, I know how you die.
You know how I die.
Properly die.
Oh Lord.
I'm joking. I don't know that.
Oh, why would you pull that joke on a skull? Like on all things, a skull whose beating heart is literally in the pocket of this dwarf here.
As you probably know, wizards aren't very good at humour.
Dokrumir, I knew that. Pardon?
Wizards aren't very good at humour.
It's fairly evident. Given the joke that was played on me, sort of tries to look down on himself, but clearly can't because he's room sort of just shifting behind. You see just he looms over the edge, almost like he's trying to look down, like, and then moves himself back up, shifts along again.
This is not weird, it's conga line. Doc, Tara, Gylndan, Celine.
This is definitely a very strange conga line. This being about sort of 50 feet along. Gylndan, you're finding that you're having to sort of like move Chikara along very, very, very slowly as she's like very scared of the drop. There's no banisters on either side, no anything. And every now and again when she moves, there is this brief sort of like crumble or crunch of stone, which makes her very, very tentative. But you do make it over slowly. And as you get to about halfway, Doc, you're sort of looking around, taking in the huge scenery around you. Thinking back, like you've been to a lot of very, very large places, a lot of weird places in the past for months and weeks, and your mind almost goes blank for a moment. But as you sort of look back, you can see shapes swirling in the dust all around the room. As I said before, one of the areas of the library has broken. It's entirely cracked on its top, letting in light, which is lighting up some of this dust. And as it's moving around slowly, it begins to form something. Something with flesh, like a skull, but then almost like muscle in this dust wraps around it. Eyes, teeth, tongue, and then flesh, hair swept back. And in this dust is almost just a suggestion of a face that breathes a long breath towards you. Dokrumir. Nice to meet you in person. What a motley crew you have here.
In person?
Well, somewhat person, I imagine. Do you not recognize me? I'm the one that could have saved your little friend. What is his name? Mark something. Had you merely taken my hand?
Hello. Nice to see you again. How's things?
Glorious! My realms of demons are being taken from me by an unknown entity in the loneliest lair of hell, Tiamat. But beyond that, I'm rather grand. I come here with an offer of sorts, a second chance for you, and some information that might help me as well. As you can clearly see, I need no aid in summoning myself to this realm. Whatever this fiend thinks he's doing, he has no idea.
I see. Did you say Tiamat is taking your demons from you?
Well, I'm not exactly giving her fiends of hell. I know where fiends are meant to be. I know they should not roam in the realms of the material. That is why they are sent to my plane.
Well, I shall endeavour to send them back to you.
Good. And should you send this one back, maybe you will get a chance for that gauntlet after all. Should you, wise enough, of course. You don't have to take it, of course you don't. You can stay with Apollo and his pretty gang of healers doing menial work. I rarely give second chances, Dokrumir. Very rarely. You and your friends seem to be rather special in the eyes of the gods. So, should you choose to take my hand this time, you may. But no harm will come to you should you not. This is my plan. And whatever it is he is summoning, find out what it is and kill it.
Will do.
And as if it was never there, air flows through the area. Everyone just feels this sort of draft of wind. No one else has really seen this, but Doc.
We hear it.
No. This is sort of like a sort of thing playing in sort of Doc's
Mental
mind.
conversation.
You guys have sort of, you've seen sort of all the dust sort of gathering over by this light. But you can't see that it's turned into anything or...
Okay. Because we're about to have some words, Doc.
And then everyone just feels this sort of gust of wind, and all this dust just and vapor just sort of disappears. Doc has just been sort of staring at this dust for a few seconds now. Rather odd, but there we go. Romy, while we're here, we clearly haven't been to this section in a few centuries. Do you want to just... Broom just sort of like... starts brushing off layers of dust from the pathway as you guys are sort of like right behind in the group. As you're continuing forward. Is there anything anyone would like to do, or are we just continuing on?
get off this bridge.
Bridge. Sounds like a bloody good idea. You head at the end of this bridge, it's about sort of like 200 feet long. You finally make it to the end, open up this door, and find yourself in a very large room. I just wanted to make sure I turn that layer off. In a very, very large room. You almost all have to stop yourself before falling off the edge of what looks like eternity as you look down and there are stars gleaming below you, almost like a night sky. Before you in the sky is painted this tale, this strange tale that you've never quite seen, and this strange collection of symbols on the ground. Nathaniel goes, "Oh, another bloody trouble. I knew as we'd get closer there'd be another one of these. Well, Broomy, any idea?" Ah, well. The tale reads, a powerful wizard once set out to find his place in the world. Upon leaving his house, he used his unseen servant to help him carry his things. That night, he used alarm to warn him of dangers while he slept. After days on the road, he became tired of walking, so he used polymorph to turn himself into a great owl and move through the skies. Eventually, he became quite lost. The only person around was a mischievous goblin who told nothing but lies and deceit. However, he used charm person against this goblin, who then told him the way forward. As he travelled the world, he came to a dark place. Monsters and men became common on the roads, and the wizard knew he had to defend himself. He used the trusty shield to defend himself, and then a fireball to burn them all away. Finally, he made it to the place he thought he belonged, at the top of the world, looking down at it in all of its beauty. From here, he could see the whole world, but even in all of its beauty, he still found he missed his home. So he closed his eyes and wished so badly that he could both be at home and here as well. When he opened them, his house appeared before his eyes at the top of this mountain, and it was there the wizard remained for the rest of his days. And in front of you are many, many symbols. Rather odd. What would you like to do?
So I think it's about choosing the right path. And I think these must be symbols of spells. And then we must follow the path in the riddle.
But do we need the exact spell?
Yeah, so like the first one I think is the tiny servant. Possibly unseen servant. That's the spell, isn't it?
Set out to find his place in the world. Upon leaving his house, he used his unseen servant to help him carry.
Didn't you have something like that for Felix?
Yes.
So what? Do you know what the symbol is for that?
No.
Is Ben gonna let us look the symbols up?
Well, you can make an
think
Arcana check to try and determine the
I
symbols
think
to
it will be the School of Magic,
Oh, is that what they are rather than?
because there's a lot of repeating symbols here.
Hmm.
There's the sort of like the two T's with a squiggle. There's the I.
Ben, can I do an Arcana check to see what these first four? If I recognise them as that.
Can I
Yeah.
help him?
Yeah, of course.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 25, you're alright. So, you're looking at these symbols, and obviously, yes, these seem to be symbols of, like Doc said when he mentioned arcane schools, that does bring back some stuff. And then you're looking through your own spellbook, and you're realising, yeah, actually, these symbols appear in my book as well. Holy crap. And therefore, you are able to figure out that these symbols will mean these things here.
Do I know which one's which? Which one corresponds?
You can make another check to try and yeah. So obviously, if you look to the side, like the top one means evocation, so that one's evocation. You can determine that, like that one's.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that you
illusion, that one's conjuration. That one's illusion. That one's divination. That one's abjuration. That one's enchantment.
What school of magic do we think Unseen Servant is? It's not actually a spell I have.
Is abjuration like? Oh no, it'd be conjuration, won't it?
Hmm.
What's the symbol for conjuration?
This on the right. Well, it should be on the right.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's the one that looks like a V.
That's
So it's left.
V.
I do have alarm, and that's an abjuration.
If one of you, as you're sort of going through, wants to sort of put your token on the thing, and then we can just say that that's like the party moving over this path.
So do you think that the Unseen Servant's definitely conjuration?
Yeah.
I'm not well, I'm not like 100%, but
Abby said yes.
Do it.
I believe ladies first is a very
there are
appropriate
7
term.
lines and 7 spells.
Mm.
I mean, do we want to, like, just before we jump on them, take some steps to ensure that if something goes wrong and someone falls, that they don't, like, fall?
Well, I could... If someone falls, I could turn them into a creature that can fly.
Okay.
I can just send my.
You could also just send your echo. We won't delve into the sort of ethics of slave labour, but
The echo is an excellent idea.
that works fine. Yeah, that works good.
Okay.
So try the left one
Use
first.
movements and it.
Yeah. So, first one, where do you think it's going to move to?
So you reckon it's conjuration?
I
That would make sense.
Summoning an
Yeah.
unseen servant.
Okay, that's the left one then.
So that would be the far left one. So just move Celine over. We'll just say if she's there. But nothing happens. Congratulations. You're on.
And then alarm is abjuration, which is that one.
Which one?
Diagonally.
The little horseshoe trident thing.
And then polymorph, I'm guessing, must be transmutation. Yeah,
That would make sense.
that is transmutation. I've got it in my spell books. That's the. Hang on a finger-licking minute. They're the same symbol.
Yeah.
One is bigger than the other.
Yeah.
That is a mistake on my part. Don't worry about that.
Okay. What's the next spell? Charm person. Do I have that? I think I do.
That's surely enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it. Do you have it?
Oh,
Okay, cool. Perfect.
thank you, Theo.
Enchantment, perfect. Next one is shield. Is it shield? Am I reading that properly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got shield,
Okay.
fireball, and then wish.
Shield is abjuration again,
Okay.
and then
That's pretty
fireball is evocation.
Just curious what
Yeah, so diagonally left.
And then
Right,
that
We need
one.
to think about this because where you go might affect where you can reach next.
Yeah, so evocation's that one.
There's
So
two
then for
evocations
wish.
in the next line though.
I see what you're saying.
What's wish?
I feel like wish would be conjuration.
I mean, if you go to the one on the right, the only one you're locking yourself off from is illusion, which I don't
Yeah.
think the wish would be.
No.
So yeah, I'd say go forward and right, and that leaves us
What's the?
conjuration, divination, and evocation. As a divination wizard, probably not a divination spell.
I don't think so. No, because it's the whole point of it is to summon. You're creating something, aren't you, from nothing?
Yeah. A lot.
I mean, in theory, you can do anything, but the main purpose is you can cast spells, any spell below,
Mm.
and I think you can. There's also a list of things you can do. But I know if when you do anything with it, there's a risk that you can't do it again.
Mm.
I mean, this guy wished his house would be on top of this mountain,
Yeah.
and it appeared.
Home is where the heart is. Oh. I only see your echo, so we've got a bit of a free shot at this, but I feel like conjuration makes sense.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Agreement?
Do it.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Oh, phew. Right, we just got to remember this.
I'll say that to potentially speed things along and so that it's not tedious for everyone just moving their things over. Yes, you guys can all move yourselves over, completing the puzzle, which, much like the sort of Star Wars opening thing, then just sort of slowly fades away. There is a door on the other side, which you can open. That leads you into the next room.
What we do about Chikara here? Leave her? Does this like it's going into a chamber?
This does look like it's going down a corridor.
Okay. Can I ask Cathaniel if we can leave Broom with Chikara?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what Broom's gonna do. I mean, he is
Just keep her company.
Yeah. If you want to.
If anything turns up, Shikara can hit them with Broom.
Yes. It's a match made in heaven.
Broom! Stay here! Broom, suddenly, sort of thinking about things on their own. Like that, and then standing guard, almost like just sort of like slowly moving its face around, like almost like just trying to be on alarm or on alert.
Right, let's push in.
And then you can move on. Again, you move down several corridors, through several rooms. Lots of, like I said, so this area of the library isn't as bleak and dusty. This sort of wing, these things, isn't as bleak and dusty as before. And you can find lots of sort of different places and different things, different items potentially through this, through all this. There are several sort of tomes and stuff. Some of them seem to have aged time, but some of them look as if they were like brought off the printing thing like yesterday.
Anything interesting?
Yeah. So first, you find a few books entailing a lot of different sort of histories of different people, different magic users and stuff like that. You think could be potentially quite valuable on the outside. Obviously, books like this have been hidden away for centuries. Potentially, as a wizard, they could be quite valuable to the college, and they might be. You think they might be willing to give you a pretty penny for some of these, especially like. So, as a wizard, you would know about the 8 mages of of history. You've got you've got Mordenkainen and Rary and Jim and things like that, and you find several of the different tomes, especially like a tome of Mordenkainen, detailing a part of his adventure and adventures during his time away from the sort of main council of wizards from years and years gone.
Can I ask Cathaniel if I can take these? Because I know he was a bit touchy earlier about wizards taking some stuff. I'm just going to sort of put across the argument that it's not doing anyone any good here at the moment.
Ask me later.
Okay.
Yes. Ask me in a bit. Yeah.
How long's a bit?
In a little while.
Okay. We'll leave them for now.
Yeah. You also find this one particular book, which is rather large, and compared to the books on its other shelf, it seems a little bit different. It's sort of, I don't know, like you're looking at it for 1 minute and it's like this brown sort of leather-bound book, but then it almost becomes weirdly a little bit blue for like half a blink of a second. I think that's a little bit odd, especially with the 27 investigation. You sort of catch this just out of the corner of your eye. You look over, you open up this large tome, and you sort of look through it, And you can see the contents page first has different sort of things, but they all detail to really random items. There's only sort of 5 items in the contents at the minute, which either means there's huge paragraphs in this thing, or things. But there's one sort of which is like Book of the Creatures, and then another one which is Tome of the Treacherous, and then another thing which is like Mary and Maddie's Adventure, or it was like some like kids book or whatever. And as you're looking at it, you almost think Mary and Maddie's Adventure. Like, that's what I was told that as a kid. And as you say the word aloud, the book changes. It morphs and moves into a pretty little children's book with a lovely sort of illustration crafted and created onto the front. It's now a lot flatter, not the thick tome that you found before. And you almost think that this is like a book, like books within a book. However they've come to be in there, I have no idea. But it's rather weird. And as you've sort of said this thing aloud, sort of making that connection, especially with the 27, making that connection of, yes, if I was then you sort of look and say, okay, well, Book of Creatures, and then suddenly the book becomes much more thick, a green sort of leather all around it, with a nice sort of ribbon sort of wrapped around keeping it closed, and it changes once more. Really kind of weird.
Useful weird?
I don't know, that's up to you.
Nathaniel, can I take this? Do you know anything about this book, actually? The all-knowing skull.
Show to me. I have to sort of like put the book like right up to Doc's like here. Oh, I remember this thing. This was a bit of a nuisance back in the day because people just kept putting it. Yes, okay, so this book is rather spectacular because it's basically called the Devourer of Books. It eats other books, essentially. Don't leave it alone for too long. It will eat your book. But then your book appears in that book. Rather fantastic. Takes a lot of time to digest, about an hour. So I'm just putting one book next to another book. Eats it, devours it. Then once you say it, it becomes that book. Rather ingenious invention, I think. Although people kept like leaving books next to this one in the library, and then we thought we had loads of books missing, but no, it turns out they were all just in this book. It's an absolute nightmare, I tell you. Took me about 100 years to figure that one out. Thankfully, Broomy managed to figure it out all for me. Clever little thing he is. I had a body and limbs and such.
This might be a very useful tool for a travelling wizard fighting a god. Could I possibly?
Wait, fight. Hold up, none of you ever mentioned fighting a god. What? Which one?
We're fighting the one from the Underworld, aren't we?
Oh, I'd hardly call him a god. Like
Eberros.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one, yes. Fighting to stop him coming back. If you were to fight Eberros, you would die immediately. He's sort of like the god of death. Just touching him would probably kill you. Just saying.
Cool. No touching the god of death.
Yes.
In mind.
It's nice you think we'd get close enough to touch him.
Also, the same goes for yellow snow. You think it might be cool, but it's not.
You mean it's not lemon flavoured?
No! Broomy unfortunately made that mistake a long while ago. Anyway.
So, circling it back round, yeah. Could I look after this chap?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, this is not my forte.
Guidance.
Anything charisma based.
Guidance!
What's guidance? +4?
Plus 1d4.
Or D4? Okay.
D4.
Oh, I don't need it. 5.
5! Maybe later.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Yes, cool. Alright, yeah, sure, let's go. Carry on.
Carrying on, you move through several places, and as you're getting closer and closer to the end, you say, "Oh, should just be through here now. Not long." Moving through a lot of these corridors, and it's getting very windy. It's getting very long. I wonder how far is he fucking taken us to get to this place? Like, how large is this place that this entire wing has everything that we need? They're also different. A little weird. And you're moving through, and eventually you find yourselves coming to a slightly larger room wherein you can see a lot of sort of this reddish and black dust along the ground. And you feel like you're moving in a similar direction to this beam. And as you're sort of moving up, yeah, what you're looking for is pretty powerful, so I imagine he's probably in the same place. Good luck! Have fun with that one. And you move on up, heading, and as you're sort of moving around, you find yourself going through this sort of set of spiral stairs, candles flickering on sconces on the stairs. Someone's been here recently. A lot of sort of footsteps leading up and down these stairs, though you can see no one at the minute. And then you can hear this very low, sort of throaty, sort of almost like chanting, as you begin to move slowly further and further up. More of this dust over the stairs now, to the point where it's basically just red. And you open the door, find yourself in this final room here. You'd all like to put yourselves just over this side. Stick your tokens over there.
It's a tiny room.
I mean,
Just drag your token from there.
is that
drag
a
that.
carpet, or is that a bottomless pit of books?
That is a bottomless pit of
Oh,
books.
shit.
Love a bit of height. It's not dangerous at all.
And then we'll just put that on there for the backup. And you enter this room, and carved into the floor are these strange sort of symbols, and then floating in the air above a very similar symbol is the Arcane himself. He stands, wings outstretched. He's not even flapping them to keep himself aloft now, and he is just chanting this sort of strange ritualistic song over and over.
I knew you were coming here. Thank you, my great assistant. You will get what you were promised.
You've brought him here.
Just as long you stick to our deal.
Oh no!
End. I get the fuck out of here. Yes, you get out of it. You've brought what I want. Now close your eyes, Skull. Things will be so much greater from now.
And as he sort of opens one arm, mist sort of flames into it, slams it down on the ritual, and it just glows for a second. That wasn't quite... It seems that sort of he's building up and channeling energy over time. He's building up and channeling energy over time, which is then almost throwing down into this sort of summoning circle. Around you, to describe the room a little bit, it is pretty dark in here, save for these dimly lit sconces and this sort of purple glass candles or lamps. Yes, in the middle of the room is a bottomless book pit. From where you guys are stood, you cannot see down there at all. Like you can't see the bottom. You can see where a ladder was probably meant to go at some point, like the sort of the little wheels that would take people around on this ladder, but the ladder is no longer there. He is hovering over this at almost like eye level. I think that's pretty much all there is. He sort of turns in his grandeur towards you.
Now, if you'd all just kindly take off your armor, drop your weapons. The sacrifice can begin violently, or as I would have it, peacefully. Eberros will be here soon.
I think we choose violence.
Oh, I wish you did. I was hoping you did.
And as he raises his arms, red mist appearing throughout the room in several places. We'll roll initiative one last time.
One more time.
Is this the last combat, or are we definitely going to die? Or
Sam, I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
He hates me. Yes, I'm probably going to.
Bye-bye.
I don't know.
we could possibly use you strategically, like
As
have you
bait.
away from the rest of us. Yeah. JJ, that beats our initiative rolls from last week.
Yeah. And then
Well, this week.
So Thea first, then Gylndan, then Doc, then Celine. Let's see what I can roll. Oh lord, alright. So, never mind. Boom.
What?
Boom, boom, shake the room. With a natural
What did
19.
he roll?
A natural 19 on initiative.
Oh dear.
And with his turn first, actually, I need to bring in the things the sort of red, misty things that he summoned as you entered.
Oh my god.
Which are all going to be fairly far away, so you don't have to worry
So
about that.
this is super deep, but he's floating in the middle of it at our level.
He's floating in the middle of it at around sort of your level, like eye level.
Okay. Okay.
You can imagine if you fall in here, God knows.
I have been falling
We.
for 30 minutes.
And also, as all this happens, you can just hear very sort of muttering silently at Doc's hip. I'm really sorry. It was really nice knowing you all.
I really liked you, Nathaniel.
I liked you too. I'm sorry.
Obviously not enough.
And so he is going to. He is going to cast. Okay. Gylndan, can you please make for me a... No! There is no thing against it. Gylndan, he points towards you.
First to deal with you, the spellcaster. How's about a little pain?
As he points towards you, unfortunately, you have fewer than 100 hit points. So this just happens. As he
What if I
casts-
counterspell it?
You can counterspell it. What level are you counterspelling at?
Well, I think this is a lot higher than any spell slots I have, so we're just going to go at the minimum level 3.
Level 3. Alrighty. Roll for counterspell.
Is he going to come? Is he going to cut across the top of my counterspell before, or no?
Probably not.
I don't want him to. Cool. Right. So this +4. Well, I mean, this seems quite important, doesn't it?
You're fine.
Oh.
You successfully counterspelled Power Word Pain.
Oh my god.
Powered pain?
Power Word Pain. To cast a spell, you need to make a con save against his DC. Otherwise, that's it. You waste your turn. You also get half movement, and you're like basically restrained.
How many power words are there?
Powered, stun, pain, heal, and kill.
4, yeah.
I thought it was kill. I thought I was going to die there.
If it was, I wouldn't put kill up against anyone who didn't have 100 hit points already and then had lost them due to circumstances.
I thought you were
Don't
going
worry.
to go through all 4 and then end via death.
But I think that's all he's going to do on his turn, other than move up around 30 feet. So yeah, he'll be about 30 feet up. So wherever you are, he's now 30 feet above you. His things act immediately after him. I'm just going to put colours on them so that it's easily recognisable who you're attacking, and we're not like, oh, is it this guy? Oh no, it's this guy. And these guys are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. Ah, no, stop doing the things. 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. Fuck's sake. 15, 20, 25, 30. This one is going to throw a bolt of underworldness at Gylndan.
Just tell me if it hits.
9 misses. You've used your action, so you can't use shield anyway.
That's very true. I'll just take everything you throw at me then, Ben.
And this one is going to try and throw. He's a bit confused. He sees 2 Selines. He doesn't know what this is, and the other one kind of looks like a ghost. So I'm gonna guess he'd go for the ghost first. But he misses really badly. And that is their entire turn. Thea, you're up.
I'm going to cast Mental Prison on the big bad man.
Mental prison on the big bad man. He passes. As you watch, you begin to cast this spell over him, and with this just sort of eminence, he just says, and then just sort of shrivels in and of himself a second, and then just bursts out as he uses a legendary resistance. He only has a certain amount of these per day, but he does unfortunately just pass. He's still looking fairly beat up, though. I will say from your previous battle, you did a lot more damage to him than I initially anticipated, and because you banished the Cerberus, you can imagine that he had to stick around for a little longer.
We've used 3 6th level spells against him and done like 23 damage total.
Yes.
Go us.
Go you. He is a little bit of a dick, I'm really sorry. Anything else on your turn, Thea?
There's a corner, I need to go cry.
I'm very sorry. I feel like a dick for using legendary resistances, but
JJ, do you know what happens to dicks?
you guys are getting to that level now.
They get snapped. Let's go.
Gylndan, it is your turn.
So go to Gylndan's brothel.
Oh god.
Bender doesn't own a brothel, it's just a back alley.
God. Gylndan, your turn.
I'm going to shout to everyone. I think these runes are giving him strength and we should destroy them in some way. Thea, do you have Dispel Magic?
Do I have Dispel Magic?
Fuck. Well, it's been a pleasure knowing all of you. That previous combat was quite expensive, Ben.
It was.
I think that was the idea.
Don't piss off an Arcana law.
Don't piss off half of the Guardians and their new friends that they found. I'm going to cast Suggestion on this little red boy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say, you deal with your friend behind you.
Okay, what's the save you have to make?
I believe it's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Let me double check there.
What I'm going to tell you right now, whatever it is, he rolled a 12, and the highest modifier he has to anything is 2, so he's failed.
Okay, cool.
So alright.
It was wisdom.
It.
Okay, and then. Sorry, did you say something?
No.
Okay, right. And then Althor's all seeing eye, so everyone gets +4 to something. And
Well, something was good.
I will go here. Here. Yes, that's me.
Cool. Next up we have Doc.
Okay, I'm gonna move up 10 feet, and I'm gonna tap Celine's trident and cast Holy Weapon on it, which means your trident is now glowing with light and deals an extra 2d8 radiant damage on a hit, and is magical if it wasn't already. And then I'm
Chantal, can we make a request that you use this better than Matt did?
I don't think he.
I cast
I
this on Matt's bow. Matt then put his bow away and pulled out his sword.
Right towards the enemy with
And I
a
was
fucking
like,
sword.
for fuck's sake, man! So I've got to save
This
my
being
arrow.
against the big defects that they've been trying to get to for like 10 weeks.
Oh, it's
You're like,
It's like, nah.
oh,
I'm then gonna go
until he can hold concentration. As long as he can hold concentration.
25 feet up to here. I want to take a swing at this symbol on the floor and try and smash it with my hammer.
Yeah, sure. Just roll to hit, Robert.
Yep. El Hammer.
Floor. Don't miss the floor. Don't miss the floor. Hit the floor.
Yeah, I'll say you definitely hit the floor. Just roll damage real quick. You're wielding a hammer, so I'll say.
It's one-handed.
Uh,
I'd also like to use my Divine Strike on this. 1!
Oh,
Great.
that double ones. Oh boy.
That is double
Yeah?
ones, yeah. And like just try and like smash the symbol on the floor. If it's like like a stone floor or something. Like,
yeah, it is a stone floor, so yeah, you can and as you sort of hammer it onto the ground, you do you feel this unearthly sort of vibration as you hit it. Like you're definitely damaging something, you're hitting something you've remembered. Congratulations. And the ground sort of cracks underneath, but the symbol sort of remains there. But it does sort of ding. But it shines ever so slightly less bright now. This hasn't hurt Arcanoloth in any way, but this does seem to be what he's using for his summoning, so potentially, yes, ruining one of these might ruin it.
Just back up away from it.
Cool. He will use a legendary action to just sort of look down and no, you will not tamper with any more of my work. And that is a 29 hit. From assuming hits, so that will be.
It would be very in theme with the session if he hit Thea, even though you hit the symbol, though.
That is 17 fire damage against you, Doc,
Okay.
as I use a legendary action to fling a small bolt of fire towards you.
Great.
Primo.
Fucks!
Oh no!
Holy Weapon fades.
Oh no, +4, because of
Oh yes,
4.
yes. I will use the
+4.
+4 of Alpha.
Holy weapon stays.
Oh,
Congratulations, but that is your thing used up. That has come clutch so many times. Celine, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Question. If
Yes.
I use my gem flight, does that apply to my echoes as well? Or is it different?
The gem flight counts as you, not anything with you, so I'm going to say just you, unfortunately. But it doesn't mean that you have one person on the ground, one person in the air, so...
The red guy is temporarily our friend.
The red guy is temporarily your friend.
Before you brutally murder him.
Being in there, so I don't know.
Obviously, it means then you can like melee attack it and stuff.
Yeah, does
but
that have a difference
then-
in strength? If I was just throwing my trident, I'm just like,
No.
is it the same damage?
Yes, okay.
I couldn't get all the way over there anyway.
No.
No, that's fine. So I'm going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to move my echo. 10, 15, 20, 25.
And you're saying they're both going to throw your...
I'm going to use my action surge.
Yeah,
2 action phases.
you get 2 actions.
Yeah. 2
Bear in mind, you don't get 2 bonus actions.
No, but I get to do attacks.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
get 6 attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm also going to use thingies for my when I attack my echo attacks.
Okay.
Do my echo gets 2 attacks?
Yes, yeah, yes, 2
Assume
attacks.
that's fine.
You do not.
Oh no,
This
like
is-
throwing on the next door. I can throw. I'm sorry, and then go.
JJ, how are you doing for spell? Well, you and Abby actually, how are you doing for spell
Throw,
slots?
bonus action, pull it back,
You're alright.
throw it,
Okay.
and then
I wasn't throwing out counter spells and shields like you had to.
you have to go twice,
Mm.
and then you have another action,
Oh,
so maybe you can
Got
throw
some stuff.
Oh, I didn't make
Is-
it fifth because the thing was
No, God damn it.
Depends how much health he's got left.
Then I can't get them.
I'm not sure to get that this turn, but you can say
If-
And it's gonna be-
sunlight now to
Okay.
across the cannon. The cannon.
The trident?
The whole
Okay.
Very much.
throw your trident. So roll to hit with your trident.
Are you hitting Arcane Law?
She is going to hit Arcana. Probably no.
No.
Unfortunately, that misses. But you can use your bonus action to pull it back.
Yeah.
And then you can throw it again. Which does just hit. For 6 damage.
Did you get that bonus from Doc as well?
2d8 radiant damage.
Oh yes, 2d8 radiant damage. So roll 2d8 real
Oh,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah, just. Which has really helped that roll.
Is that with every attack? Really?
That is with every attack.
Every time your trident hits, yeah.
Does that apply to mine?
That does not apply to your echo.
Okay, damn it.
So it's
Oh,
really been more useful than when you last casted JJ, so a small round of applause.
But your echo can make your attack.
Oh, I wasn't going to use it. I was just thinking.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because I've still got one attack left and I do it from.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I tried it because I've not got one now.
Yeah. 14 misses, I'm afraid.
Damn it. Not enough of this, isn't it?
Not quite. But, yeah.
Because my echo automatically gets the trident back next time.
That is it. He's going to use a legendary action to throw a firebolt at you. That is 18. Yes. Thea, you are up while I just calculate this damage.
I want to use the thing with someone just damaged me and I do damage for it.
They need to be within a. They need to be like next
No,
stage.
10 feet. Yeah.
Is it not Arcane Law's go?
7. Oh yeah, it is. Sorry. 4.
Sorry.
15 fire damage to you.
You need to get
Arcane Library go, and he is going to be a real fucking dingus right now. And within range is 120 feet. What's the size of the thing? The size of the thing is 20-foot radius. So that
everyone.
is there, yes, that's 5, 10.
Well, maybe not everyone in the radius, but you can land it anywhere you want.
20. I'll put it to that colour. Wait, no, I can't.
I've always wanted to die in a library.
Can everyone in that
So just the name.
circle make me a Constitution saving throw? Actually, when a creature enters the spell's area for a first time on a turn or starts his turn there. Right, so not right now. Never mind. I apologise. What?
Well, my cast the saves and just do these things.
Yes, it does. I'm going to be very honest. Oh wait. Oh no, we'll come against it. Breath and debris, following the country. Cool. Okay. So that's going to be what he does. I don't think there's anything he can do as a bonus action. So he is just going to do that and look really fucking smug.
The bonus action to do that.
I said he doesn't have anything to do with the bonus action, so he's just going to do that and look really smug.
Bonus action for
Cool.
really smug, I think is what.
Yeah.
And then up next is Thea.
It's a shame though, because bonus action to look smug, but it's a free action to cry, so.
Through tears, I'm going minute meteors.
Most minute meteors. Alright, cool.
Is that how you cast it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just sort of put your arms up a little bit, and these sort of small meteors just are spinning around your hands.
And I'm going to do it at 5th level, so I get 10 of them.
Oh fuck! Alright, cool.
So exciting.
That is rather exciting.
So the first on this turn, I'm going to throw it at. Who should I throw it at? The green one.
You can throw 2 at a time.
Okie dokie. Roll to hit.
You need to do it.
Oh, he needs to save.
Oh no! Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Oh no, maybe I do.
It's a dex save.
To dex save.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, once a meteor reaches its destination or impacts against a solid surface, the meteor explodes. Each creature within 5 feet of that point where the meteor explodes must make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 fire damage.
Okie dokie. He failed, so roll the fire damage.
2d6.
Was it 2d6?
You can throw 2.
Oh, poo.
I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, great.
I can.
But you can do it again, so he needs to roll another save. Fails again. This guy's really not very agile, as you see him sort of leap
Oh, much better.
very, very sort of faintly from one side, then suddenly to another. And as he sort of hits the floor on the other one, this one comes in and just smashes into the sort of bronze his mask.
Ben,
Anything
when
else?
were you doing their go? Were you doing it after Arcane Library?
What am I doing? Who's go?
The followers.
Oh, the followers. Yeah. Oh, fuck! I forgot about the followers.
I didn't-
I will.
I thought you were very angry about that, JJ, but I guess you killed a fly.
So 8 on this one, which plus 4, 12. Doc. This guy here needs to move back 5, 10, 15, and attack his friend. That hits his friend for 9 piercing damage. As his friend is very... and some fire damage as well. Oh, fucking 5 fire damage. They've done a pretty good job on it.
Does the fire damage reduce on them?
It is not. Is it?
Because I fired a fireball at a bunch of them and you halved the damage, so...
I've been looking at so many different stat... You know, you are right, yeah. Fire damage is reduced on them. I've been looking at so many stat blocks recently that
That's fair.
I've just been so confused. So also doing a bit of prep for the other campaign today. So I've been very confused. Still pretty good. Anyway, Thea, back to you. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, I'm alright over here.
You're alright over there? Alright, let's go. Gylndan,
What do I need to do for this
can
spell?
you make me a con save, please?
Let's go. Come on. Please, please. Please. Oh!
You, my good sir, are okay. You will take half damage.
Oh.
That's 14 points of poison damage.
Ugh.
What does it look like?
Oh yeah, I forgot to explain that. So as he sort of stretches out his hand, this rolling mist of green sort of poisonous gas just sort of rolls off the ground. Yeah, sorry, I'm all over I'm all over the shop here. And yes, Gylndan, as it sort of goes over to you, you manage to sort of hold your breath doesn't necessarily help you manage to sort of cover most of your sort of skin and things in time, so you're not affected immediately badly. So what are you doing on your turn, Gylndan?
I'm making a con save for this suggestion.
Making a con save for this suggestion. Suggestion?
That pass?
You're alright.
That's very lucky, isn't it?
That is rather to your action.
Yes, so I'm thinking that I might polymorph myself into a giant ape. One of their attacks, Ben, is to fling a rock at people. Would you allow me to fling books instead?
I would totally allow you to fling books and stuff instead.
The only thing is, I would lose concentration on that. That's bizarre, isn't it? I'm so sorry.
Strange. I will.
This is called scraping the bottom of the barrel. So I'm gonna go. What am I gonna do? I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20. Are these columns here?
Those are columns, yeah.
All the way up?
All the way up.
Okay, right, I'm gonna go behind this one, like so. And I'll use my last 4th level slot and turn myself into a giant ape.
Alright. You are now a giant ape. Glindape. Glindape, as you sort of watch as Gylndan goes behind this column as a man and out the other side as an ape. Slightly sort of like green fur, still a bald head, still the tattoo of the eye sort of over his thing, so it's recognisable Gylndan, but otherwise just a pretty fucking huge ape. I think as a giant ape you are large, aren't you? So
Huge beast.
a huge beast.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh dear.
I'm
There was no point in going behind the column, was there?
I'm starting to see why you chose this.
Yes.
And then roll to hit with books.
Oh no, that's my action, isn't it? I can't. attack
Oh
that.
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. That's your action. Okay. Next up is Doc. Doc, can you make me a con save?
I don't want to. It sounds painful.
It is poison. It is poison. So as a dwarf, you will take half damage anyway.
Oh, that's fortunate.
I have advantage on saving throws against poison.
Okay. Roll a con save again.
Well, at least I'll take half damage. Anyway.
Oh, and he rolled a bit lower this time, so you only take 11 points of damage.
11. And then a Constitution saving throw. Holy weapon is now gone.
Oh,
Holy weapon is now gone.
What a stunning set of rolls that is.
Now to your turn. To your turn, Doc.
Alright, I'm going to use a bonus action and cast Spiritual Weapon again. Where's he gone?
Spiritual weapon.
What's going to move out here?
The
How many
Christ.
distance? Actually, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, 50. I think I can cast it next to him. I think we've got 60-foot range on the cast. So,
Alright. Make it a little bit smaller.
I'm going to hit him. Possibly.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Excellent.
17 damage. Holy fuck. Oh my fucking god, what level are you casting this at?
Fifth. So
Shit,
20
okay. Yeah, 20 damage. Oh, fuck. For a second, I thought 17 was the damage, and then plus 14, plus
No,
6.
17
I
is,
would-
is
Yes, yes, so 20 damage.
5, and then I'm going to go 10, 15, 20 to here. And for my action, I'm going to try and strike this symbol on the floor again.
Okie dokie. Striking the symbol.
That's
It is the floor,
It is the floor, but it's also made of solid stone, so to actually
but it's not
get
going anywhere.
hit, to actually get a sort of strong enough hit on like the floor to actually deal the damage he needs to do to affect this thing is unfortunately not enough.
and then I'm going to make sure I'm just out of the range of this like circle thing and back. And that'll be...
You can use a legendary action to throw a firebolt at you.
We're getting pelted with these.
That one unfortunately misses. That's a 14. You fucking dickhead. And Celine, it is your turn.
Use a bonus action to get more.
To get your wings.
Yeah.
Remember your trident is still falling.
I know.
Okay. Wings.
I mean, there's no like limit on how far my trident goes before I can. Call
Not really.
Wings.
Wings.
But yeah, I can give one. That's not to the scale.
Yeah, you have to zoom in a little bit far, but
Okay, so
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you can get up to here.
the next one.
Yeah, next one.
Then I'm gonna.
Does Celine have wings,
Yeah.
or is her flight... Are her wings, like, more magical in appearance?
It is literal gem,
Yeah.
sort of like moonstone wings just erupt from her back, and she leaps off.
Okay, so
The
it's
edge
like Tundra's
of
physical
this thing.
wings.
Yeah, and then just begins to sort of
That's badass.
flatten over. What do you do?
Use. Did I get one action?
One per long rest, yeah.
Oh, I have one. Okay.
Pretty on ballsy flying into the middle of the giant abyss to take on some sort of demigod follower. Respect.
I think you can use throwing. Oh, it's got trident, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to use action surge and unleash incarnate.
Action surge, unleash incarnate. So,
I'm going to hit him with a hand. No, I'm going to hit him with my breath weapon.
in with your breath weapon, so you need to make a dex save. For which he rolls a natural 1. So roll, I think it's 3d10. 15 radiant damage.
Then I'm gonna hit them with my hammer.
Hits. You might as well just roll again.
What?
Well, you were using action surge, weren't you? So this is just going to be a lot of
Yeah, so
attacks. So 10 misses.
then my thingy is going to throw the trident.
Yeah. So roll to hit with the trident. Which misses.
That's my next breath, I think, so I can use my breath again.
Yeah, you can use your breath again. So you need to make another dex save. Oh my lord. A lot of stuff happening. This time we pass.
Something like this happens with Felix at some point.
He takes half damage. So 21, so that is
21 damage.
and then I'm assuming you're attacking again
Yeah,
for the hand axe, which hits for 7.
Use the trident while flying then.
Oh,
She
no,
has thrown it. That is just
yeah.
falling.
I have to use a bonus action to pull it back, and I use my bonus action to get my wings.
Oh, okay. That
And
makes
10.
But then I think
Does any of this make sense?
It's gonna throw a hand axe.
So we had a breath attack, a hand axe attack, another hand axe attack, a trident, another hand axe, another hand axe, and a breath attack, and another hand axe.
The trident must be the throw from the echo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it gets its back automatically. But...
Well, I have to admit, he's not feeling very good after all of that. He's really not feeling very good.
Oh, and I'm going to move my thing first.
I think it's 8. 1, 2,
5, 10.
3, 4.
Yeah, that's 8 attacks. 6 from
Yeah.
her, 2 from her
Oh my god.
thing. Using ability.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, I have to say, he is not looking very good right now, so he's going to take 2 claw attacks and use his legendary action.
That's fine.
Natural 17, which will assume hits, and a natural 9, but then plus 8, so that's 17, which also hits, doesn't it? Yeah, so that is 12 plus 4, that is, God, 16 damage on the first attack,
Oh, one attack!
on one attack. That's 10 damage on the second attack.
16, 10, so 26 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
Oh my god, I'm really, really sorry. And 24 necrotic damage.
Added on to the 26.
Added on to the 26.
So 50 damage in total.
Mm-hmm.
On a reaction.
That was his
That's-
legendary action. Oh my god.
That's fine.
And you watch as he claws into your flesh.
If I go
Veins begin to spark with this red energy, and cuts that you have dealt begin to heal for 24 necrotic damage.
as in he
heals.
So he's doing
He heals some of that damage.
Really enjoyed the first third of that, Chantel. Went a bit downhill in the second third, and then not so good in the final. But, you know.
What is this even doing? It's taking a lot of damage. If I go down now,
Yeah.
while I'm fighting,
You go down. Oh, that is.
And it's now his turn.
I would cast Featherfall, but I'm an ape.
if I go down,
But don't worry.
It's abyss. Do I die? Is that it?
You will fall.
What happens if
You're 4.
Okay, so that's fine. When?
It's
Ben, we would like these characters to go back to the main campaign, yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
yeah. His turn. So the thing moves 5, 10, just naturally. Celine, you're alright. Doc, you're also fine.
He's sweating a bit of fear.
Seeing Doc do his thing. Oh, there's a thing he could have done. Seeing Doc be an absolute prick and start attacking his beautiful ritual, which, as you're sort of going on and a new round started, begins lighting up a little brighter now. You don't know how long this is going, but shit can get fairly real. He is going to cast. Yeah, he's going to have to do it. He's going to cast Scorching Ray, I think. But
Oh, not Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray!
Oh no.
Scorching fucking Ray. Scorching Ray. So we need to roll for these. That is a 14 miss. That is a 22 hit. That is a 20. Do you have your shield up?
No, I can't use a shield at the moment. I've got one arm.
Excellent. 2 of them have hit. Natural 1. 3 of them have hit. Let's do some damage. 4. 2. 6. That's 17 fire damage
17 fire damage, okay.
on you, Doc, as lots of rays just sort of plume from his hands, but only 3 of them manage to sort of find the mark between your armor. And
3 of them. Oh god.
only 3. It's sad times. His buddy is going to go fire. Actually,
Yeah, he's still there.
an attack. Your thing, 7 for 4 misses. Your buddy Gylndan is going to attack that guy.
I don't have concentration on that anymore.
You don't have concentration on that anymore. Never mind, and they're both going to move over and attack you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10. Advantage. Natural 19 with advantage.
Yeah,
And 14?
14 hits, yeah.
Oh, alright. So the first one is 5 piercing damage and 3 fire damage.
Not particularly worried about the health. I'm more worried about the con
Yeah,
saves.
roll.
Is it
roll
just
con save.
2 hits, yeah?
It is 1 hit overall so far.
Okay,
Oh no, yeah, two hits, but roll for this one.
okay, con save.
Yeah, yeah. Put it on the first one first.
This is +4. Please don't let me down.
Oh dear.
I was not an 8 for very long.
You are not an 8. Therefore, I'm actually going to slightly retcon what I think is the first attack, and this one's going to go over here, and then does a 14 hit. So you can use shield if you want.
Yeah, I'm just running out of spell slots. That's the only issue. I will shield. Yes.
You will shield. That misses. Thea. A cloud
So
of green gas is
excited
moving
to throw a
towards
book at
you.
him.
Punzer?
I was so excited to throw a book at him.
A cloud of green gas is moving slowly towards you, looming.
Does that
Yeah,
affect me?
potentially on your turn, yes. Right, like if you just sprint through it, no. Oh no, yeah, if you move into it on your turn, yes. Yes, that will affect you.
I didn't roll a con save when I was in it.
I don't think you were in it. Okay, well, concept. You were fine, so you only took 12 damage. 12 poison damage.
Was it still damage every time?
So, Thea, what would you like to do? If you move into this thing, you're probably going to get damaged.
I'm going to cast Blink and hope it does better than the last time. Not that alright.
Oops.
But then also throw my meteors with my bonus action.
Throw your meteors with your bonus action, alright? Throw some meteors.
Dex save.
Dex save.
I'm throwing them at the green one again.
And for 14 fails. For the first one. That's 7. What damage type is this?
Fire.
And he just embraces it. Like it's water. Like nothing.
This isn't an Arcane.
Oh, this isn't a Dark
Oh,
Carnival.
no, so the green guys. This
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got that wrong.
Cancel fireball for next turn.
7 damage. Yep. He is still up.
Okay.
Just about.
That should be half of them as well, then.
Yep. Yep. Noted. Let's roll another one. I forgot. Unfortunately, that is a natural 20 on the dex save. But I'm assuming they take half damage.
Oh, yeah.
But then they'll take half again. Or that is 1.
Good times.
A mighty 1.
And again, I stay in this world.
And again, she stays in the world.
You just love it so much. It's very nice, to be fair.
Really, it's really, really nice here. There's libraries and demons and all that stuff. Cathaniel at this point, feeling slightly worried that things are going to go. Oh, actually, no, you can only do that on certain turns. Never mind. Gylndan, your turn.
I'm a bit stuck. Right, I'm going to do suggestion again
Yep.
on the blue guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to say attack the one behind me.
Attack the one behind you. Yeah.
Wisdom save is 16.
15.
Hmm?
15.
With no modifiers.
With no modifiers.
Okay,
Well, with
so
14 with modifier.
oh, okay, cool. So the blue one shouldn't be hostile towards me. If I move, I'm guessing red gets an attack of opportunity,
No. Yes.
but with a bit of cover from the column, maybe, or
I'll say with a bit of cover from the column, yeah. 14. But I'm going to say you have half cover, so plus 2 to your AC. So
yeah, that doesn't hit.
Cool.
Sweet, and then I've gone 5, 10,
Spear
15.
clangs into the column as you try and move, and he tries to anticipate your movement.
And then I'll go here for the moment, and that's my action.
That's your action. Any bonus actions?
I might take an inspiration from Theo. I might start having I think a single tear will run down my cheek.
Single tear on your cheek. Of which I can't walk in. Cowards. They are not followers of the true path. Sort of his wings flapping all around him. Doc, your turn.
Okay, first things first. Spiritual weapon goes whack.
Spiritual goes whack. Oh, yep, roll damage. Oh, look at that. 3, 2, 1.
15 damage.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to take a swing at this symbol.
Oh, shit. Yeah, definitely hits. Roll damage.
One-handed because I've only got one hand. I also want to put Divine Strike into that as well.
17 damage. This time, it really fucking, like a physical crack, a huge crack erupts and weaves itself through the rock. And you can almost see this actually not tiny, pretty big break in the blue of this thing here. It's almost broken the symbol. It's like a centimetre off breaking the symbol now.
Okay, then I want to use my Dwarven Surge and cast Hold Person on Arcane.
Legendary resistance.
He's a prick.
Ambyr.
But at least
Ambyr.
I used up one of those.
You did use up one of those, and as he does this, it looks like it takes a huge amount of strain from him now. And you can almost make a guess, and I'll tell you because I'm a nice DM, that he probably can't use one of those ever again. As he is really reeling now. Really reeling from pain. Anything else?
No, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay here.
You'll stay there?
Behind this pillar, just using it as cover.
Cool. In which case, seeing that you've moved into cover, he's going to look towards... I'm really sorry. There is one thing he can do right now with his legendary action. I'm very sorry. Oh, that one misses though. With a 12. And I'll say that's 16
To hit.
to hit.
Yeah.
It hits. Okay, that is 7 slashing damage. And then, where'd my D10 go? Here it is. Okay, and 15 necrotic damage.
Okay. So,
Oh dear fucking Christ.
Are you alive?
into this
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Excellent. He also regains 15 HP.
Can you imagine if he said, "Are you still up?" Yeah, and I can't loth attacks again.
It is now your go, Celine. This guy's looking... He is looking beaten. He's looking pretty battered. What are you gonna do?
If I were to do my teleport thing and switch places with my...
He doesn't get an attack.
He doesn't get an attack.
No.
But my echo would fall to her death.
Your echo would, yes, fall to her death.
If he attacks me again, like... I don't even go down, I just die.
Yeah.
Do
Do you risk staying or do you risk dying? It's 25 past, let's say.
No, I'm going to switch places with my echo.
Switch places with the echo?
Oh, wait! Oh, that dude's still up. And if I leave him, he'll attack me. I'm screwed either way!
But is it better?
I've got you. If you fall.
Oh, at least if I go down, I won't die.
Sam's just said
Yeah.
he's got you if you fall.
I fall. Okay.
I think.
To a certain point where I'm assuming what he's saying is he'll cast Featherfall on you, so you won't fall to death. Then you'll need to pass your death saves.
So down, yeah, no one can get to me.
I will
No, I'll be
say
safe
Doc,
for if I...
Doc is obviously a healer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, no, so I'm going to switch places with...
Oop.
Sorry,
Switch places with That's a bonus action to do that, I believe.
yeah.
Slice and dice.
And
Ka-chow.
Yeah, so...
Pow pow. Pow pow.
Um,
Lightning McQueen.
Hit him with the rhythm stick.
I got my axe.
hit me with your rhythm stick.
It's
Hit
not-
me.
I tried and...
Give him the old one
Razzle
too.
dazzle.
The old 1, 2, 3,
Razzle dazzle, that's it.
7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
As I switch with my echo,
Mm-hmm.
will you let her get one last falling attack?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
she
say,
can't
like,
fly, can she?
She can't fly, but I'll say, like, as she sort of spawns there, she can, I'll say, make an attack. Yeah.
Gonna do one attack of her.
I mean, you could do all of your attacks as you, and then switch places, and then attack as your echo.
Doesn't know what order.
Well, if you do them... Yeah.
Oh, if I attack, yeah, that's a fair point for me.
Okay, so, yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Oh, that's
11. Is that against the green guy or against...
Against
yeah, nicely done.
and then, how's the green guy looking?
Green guy is looking, yeah, pretty rough by now, after some small meteors.
Did I do one attack on panel up and then switch? Or
Yeah.
what I said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do as many attacks as you want.
So say one. Hit.
Who's that on?
On panel.
On my final off. Roll damage. Celine,
Say it. Say it.
how do you want to do this?
Oi.
Oh, so
Congratulations.
Celine hits him with her axe, and then she switches places with her echo as it's falling. Lobs the trident.
Lobs the
As
trident.
hard as she can.
Yeah. And this is that the actual trident, or is that the sort of shadow
the
trident?
shadow trident.
Yeah, shadow trident sort of pierces through his chest. Twirls through the air, spinning, crying, and you're really lucky you weren't next to him, because as he dies, anyone within 30 feet of him, is anyone actually within 30 feet of him right now?
Unconscious.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hold on. It's hard to see the fucking squares. Do the map. No, you are just out. Gylndan, I'm assuming you're out as well. I would have taken a fair bit of damage, so you watch as he sort of gets stabbed with his trident, rides, spins, twirls around in the air, screams out, and as he screams, his breath just sort of engulfs it in fire. His chest, ribcage, build up with heat and smoke, and then just he erupts. Gone. The area quiet. The library still. There is a moment of quiet before you just hear the sad weeping of Cathania next to you.
But also screw you.
I'm really sorry. He's the first thing I've seen down here in, God, 5,700 years. Don't blame a man for trying to take a way out.
Did you hold him this whole time, JJ? Or is he on the floor somewhere?
He's probably on the floor now. I've already put him down.
Okay.
He's just sort of speaking to a wall at the minute, like trying to think.
If this
Please.
cloud has dissipated, I'll go pick him up again.
This cloud does dissipate,
What are these geezers doing?
Yeah, the minions still have.
and as he dies, so do they. It seems their ties to this world rely on him. Congratulations. You beat Arcane a lot.
That was quite hairy in spots.
That was, yeah. You didn't even fight a Cerberus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Theo, we avoided that one.
Thea was half killed by a Cerberus before it left, so...
And she was kind of lucky, because that Cerberus had a pretty mean breath weapon. Didn't even get to use it. So sad.
You can use it in whichever plane it's on.
Exactly. It'll breathe fire at the fire people. No. So what are you all doing? Let's slightly round this off a little bit. What are you all doing at the minute?
I've got Nathaniel's head in my hand.
Is it what are we looking for, Nathaniel? How do we get it? What we're looking for? I'm assuming, or is this just did you see this to the wrong place?
What you're all looking for is in several different places. I can lead them to you. I know we've just met, and I know I tricked you into going and fighting against the demon that you sure was, maybe trying to bring back the god of death. Sure, fine. But, and I know I don't deserve it, but would anyone, would you help me? Please?
Yes.
Ah, excellent. Ah, that was easy.
Will you help Nathaniel?
Roll divine intervention.
Nope.
That unfortunately.
I can try that
Does
again
not.
tomorrow. I'll keep bothering him until he answers.
There are potential ways you could look into helping them. This is a big library after all with a lot more information. But yes, he does.
Well,
Oh,
I
what
don't
is it?
blame you, Nathaniel. After 5,000 years, I think anyone would go would be a bit desperate.
Little bit of blame.
I did almost.
He's not immediately off the hook.
That's fair.
Well, he's going to help us out now, so he can redeem himself.
Yeah.
By
There we go.
telling us how to find what he wants.
Yeah, not leading us to another god that might kill us is a good start, I think.
No. I mean, I think there's a rat around here. No, it would be dead by now. Or would it? I can't remember when I saw it. It was either yesterday or 200 years ago yesterday. Yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. If you can find the rat, I'd quite like my eye back. No, if it was my eye, it was definitely 200 years ago. That shit went a long time ago. Anyway, let's go find your things. So you, and he sort of moves his way, shifts his sort of weight over to look at Mussolini. The Feywilds. Go back to the main entrance. There should be a corridor that leads to other planes and things like that. You should be able to find what you're looking for there. The secret of the Feywild is you can't be looking for the Feywild to getting back in.
That makes this a little bit harder.
It does slightly make it harder, but I know of a man. Can't quite remember his name, but I know he wrote a book about getting there. He did some dealings with them. I think there's a horn or something you can use to call someone, and they'll bring you over. Weird stuff. Yes. Eel looks towards Thea. His books. And this is a pretty cool, pretty good adventure. Not every day you fight a demon, meet a skull, talk with a broom. Huh?
Yeah, that's fine. I feel fine.
Dwarf. Yes, that book. I'm really sorry. We're out of stock of that book.
Are you kidding?
I'm kidding, of course I am. Yeah, I'll
You
take.
were this close to being thrown down a giant hole.
Oh, yeah. I probably shouldn't be making jokes to the person who's holding me. Yes, no. I will take you to that. I will take you to that. To the place. It needs a password to get in. You see, so I'm probably the right man. And you, wizard, come with us. You're in the same vein as us. Now let's go! And to speed things along, try and end this on a nice note. Thea and Celine, you are able to find a book sort of bound in silver thread that pertains information to a horn that does allow you to basically call the Feywild, like call to someone in the Feywild to bring you over, to sort of help you get back. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a trek to find this thing. It's all the way down in Dernstad, the most southern city of Ambyr. That's where it was last seen in the College of Dernstad, as a college was being built there at the time. Doc and Gylndan know a little something about that particular college and how to get things out of that particular college.
Keep that bit quiet.
Yeah.
Gylndan and Doc, you are taken past vast halls with huge statues and monuments, great works of art that have been preserved through magic, with magical oils and things. And Cathaniel gives you a pretty detailed history of a lot of the place as you're sort of moving forward. There is a small sort of, there's a decent section of sort of bardic histories and old instruments that supposedly belong to great writers and authors. There is a section on druidic history where a tree once grew, but you can tell now it has died and withered away. And finally, you make it to a section called Hidden Knowledge. Cathaniel speaks in a word that none of you really know. It's not a language any of you speak. But Gylndan, you definitely recall Azuth's name being called before a large stone door allows you to enter. You step down a large, long corridor, and as you step down, the sconces of blue light as you head down. And you find yourselves at a sort of in a large room with 3 doors heading in different directions. Dwarf, you want to go right, and wizard left. Yeah. Go on. Not waiting around all day. I think it's best you just sort of leave me here. I think what you're both probably about to go through is something you'll want to think on for a little while. And me and Broom here, and by this point you've also got Broom and Chikara back, and me and Broom here will just sort of sit. Yes, come on, Broom. Broom slaps down, puts Cathaniel on the edge of the broom, sort of taps nicely. Doc, you can head into your room, where there is a single tome on a pedestal, shining light, and you can feel a breeze flowing through, and it almost feels warm like daylight flows down on this book. And as you sort of look down to this book, you can place your hands upon the book, begin reading the words in a language you don't at first know, but as you're reading them and looking through them, they almost come to you in song in your mind. I'll explain to you what happens on your own. And Gylndan, as you step into this room, there is an altar at the very end of the room. This altar is long, and upon it is a stone statue of an owl. You walk through the room, and the owl's eyes are like sort of these glass orbs of black. As you step forward, the eyes begin to brighten and glow with a starry night sky. You are enveloped for a second with this light. Close your eyes for a brief moment, sort of covering your eyes from the light. And when you awaken, you're back once again in this realm of stars, galaxies, and planes all around you. At your feet there is sort of these puddles of water, pools of water sort of ripple around and throughout you. And standing a little distance away is an old man with a long sort of wooden staff made of an old sort of tree branch, a beard that extends down to sort of his waist, long blue sort of overcoat, and an owl on his shoulder.
Mr. Althor, have I waited a long time for you?
And that is where we'll end the session.
Oh, God, you cocking bastard.
Well, I'll find some time to speak to you guys in the week. Unless you both had some time now to sort of go
That's
through
alright, we'll do it in the week.
But
I don't want to rush it.
yeah, I'd rather not rush it. But yes, both of you can and have successfully gathered your things. Celine and Thea, just to finish off, as you guys are sort of walking sort of down the steps to sort of meet these guys, you've seen sort of where they've gone, sort of meet them and say your goodbyes. Celine, you find that you're sort of walking down and you're still pretty battered, still pretty bruised, and in your bruise you almost trip, and Broom suddenly snaps forward, flies literally off the ground, flies towards you, and catches you mid-flight. Turns out you left behind a broom of flying. A sentient broom of flying, that is. In this
Made it very obvious today.
Might have been. But yes, he helps you back up, sits back down. You've been able to fly this entire time? That would have been so... What? It's like I don't even know you. Nathaniel sort of, with his jaw, sort of like, mwah, 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 to turn himself around, facing the other way. George Broom sort of shuffles himself. Why are you shuffling? You can fly, goddammit! Broom sort of turns, and then just falls back onto the ground, like a broom. And with that, we'll end the session there. Thank you all very, very much for joining this week. Sorry it went a little while over.
Ben, if I'd have run out of spell slots and Celine had fallen, would Broom have swept in to save the day?
No, he wasn't in the room. He would have.
Oh,
He would have had he been in the room.
Mm.
But unfortunately, you decided to leave Broom outside.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, it's all fine, isn't it?
And we can go through what you guys are going to get to, just sort of in chat or whatever. Or if you guys fancy sort of meeting up at one point in the week, we can talk about the next steps for Doc and Gylndan. Obviously, that may change after I tell you about your stuff, like that. But we'll work that out as we go.
Sounds great.